Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Blind Wave Podcast.
Yo.
It's Thursday.
Look how happy I am.
The happiness. Where'd you get that mask, Aaron?
Mailbag.
Yes.
Who from?
I forget.
Oh.
I used to
Awesome.
be really good about it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Now I forget stuff. What's wrong?
Nothing. The CPU is going crazy.
Well,
Gotta
that is
do
its
something
job.
Before it catches fire. Just give me 1 second.
Don't want to catch fire. Speaking of fire, got a new haircut. I don't like it.
Fire. How did you get your haircut?
Well, I went on a family trip this weekend / these last 3 days. I've been off these last 3 work days, but right before I went, I was like, "It's just so goddamn hot. I need to get a haircut. I gotta go get one." All right, I'm gonna go. I called and just made sure what they were doing and stuff in response to COVID. I'm like, sounds good. I sat down. I had the mask on. She had the mask on, and all the other stuff. And I was like, let's go quick. And she's like, what do you want? I'm like, just cut it. You know, just go get it. I'm like, great. $5 tip left. You know, and I sat down. I'm like, it's all right. So
It's cooler.
that's my haircut is weird, but oh well. It was getting way too shaggy and it was way too hot. But I did that and then drove 8 hours to Virginia Beach and had a great time.
Cool.
It was the first time I had a trip with our puppy. So Obi visited the beach. He had a shark fin vest to swim in, and it was adorable.
Yeah.
He hated the beach, except for he wanted to eat all the shark eggs, and he found a bunch of crab claws and was trying to assemble like a Frankenstein crab shark egg monster. But JC didn't like that, so he didn't get that.
No, that's too bad.
But yeah, we me and my brother and my sister, we just got a beach house. We literally went nowhere else. It was the most confined trip I've ever had, you know. But we were just trying to be careful and all that stuff. So yeah, it was just a beach house, and we just played cards and hung out on the beach. It's a private beach, so there's no one around, you know. But
So
Virginia also had a mandatory mask thing going on right now too. So
Yeah.
But the only time I ever went out was just gas going home. So
Yeah. Can I say something?
yeah.
Can I be in the middle of my camera?
I already lowered it once.
No,
I mean, you
Aaron.
should quit growing. I like this.
You keep punching.
I'm not. I'm just. Ah! Why did you lower me? I was just sitting here and I looked and I'm like, and you kept talking. I was like, and every time you went to stop, I was like, and then you talk more. So I was like, I just wanna. I was like way down here.
I can't work miracles.
Can you zoom out a bit?
Nope. It's ridiculous.
There's a lot of glare.
But yeah, I had a good time this weekend. I know I was gonna miss my stream yesterday, so I'm looking forward to get back into my Last of Us 2 playthrough next Wednesday. But I was missing that. When we were there, though, there was one place where Kenny's like, "Hey, there's like this toy shop that we should go try out."
Try out.
Yeah, go. Because
You can
sometimes
try
check
toys out?
Right?
Sometimes you go to a place and there's just nothing for you. It ain't for you. I tried it out. Nope, not working, you know? But sometimes you go to it, you're like, I'm coming back here when I can. So we went there. It was kind of like a flea market, honestly.
Flea market.
Yeah, it was kind of like a flea market. Like the whole first floor was all like, flea market stuff. And there was no one there except for the, people at the counter or whatever. Then you go upstairs and the entire upstairs is
Toys?
like one of the best toy stores I've ever been to.
Yeah?
It was amazing. They had literally anything you could think of. They had it. You know? Anything. They had it.
They have
I
jarts.
bet you I can name something. They wouldn't
Go.
have it.
I mean, they're not gonna have like fucking. I don't know. They had everything.
Did they have
any? Yeah. Oh yeah.
They have a Java Sandbarge?
Oh yeah.
They did?
Yeah.
Oh. Did you get it?
No.
Oh, okay.
You know how much those go for?
A lot.
Did I talk about that yet?
No, I don't think.
No,
you
I
did.
don't think
talk
you
about
have.
that on the page.
No, not yet.
Oh my god, I don't want to relive it.
I don't think
All
we
right.
talk about it on the podcast.
No, I don't think so. Well, if I did, you're gonna hear it again. So, what can I say? So, for those of you that don't know, Hasbro put out this thing called the HasLab Jabba Sail Barge. It was the largest piece of 3.75 scale vehicle ever produced by Hasbro.
Mm-hmm.
The only way to get it is if you were into a you got into this like pre-order program, and there's only like 500 of them pretty much. Is $500. They would only make it if they reached a certain amount of people buying it, and I got one. And it was like a year later they shipped it, and I kept it in the box it shipped in. I didn't even open the shipping box, right?
Well, how'd you know you got it then? What if they shipped you like something
I wouldn't have
else?
known. I would have.
It said on the outside of the box, like,
that's what would
Jabba
have
sail barge, right?
So-
that would have been the best.
I know.
Just
Someone
a-
could have like stolen it and put shit in there, and I would have been like, that's what it is. You know?
I should have done that.
Should
And then he
have.
would have been happy.
So, yeah, I had my, you know, you guys have heard about like my water in my front yard. I had a break. I got it all dug up. It backflowed into my French drainer in my house. That backflowed into my septic system. Gray water started coming in from the basement like a little bit, but one day it didn't like, wasn't like stinky. It was just gray water, you know, but it wasn't good. And it just so happened the water just happened to go in a certain path where literally everything else of my collection is perfectly fine. But my Jabba sail barge was sitting in the corner,
Upright.
on the floor, but like, you know, like this. I don't know if you can guys see it, but like it was like this much was on the floor. So I got everything out of the way. I'm like, please God, not this. Just one thing, you know. Take anything else. Take my life. But I turned it, and the bottom soaked. I'm like, motherfucker. However, I kept it in the box it shipped in. Hopefully, it was wrapped in plastic. So I open it up. First time since I got it. Open it up. It's wrapped in plastic. I'm like, fuck yes! There is a God, you know? I take that out, and it's wrapped in a, you know, it's wrapped in plastic, but it's like kind of a bag, and on the top of the bag where the water was, it was just kind of folded over with a piece of tape on it. So the water seeped in. And I'm like, God is dead! There is no God. Because, yeah, the vintage box that it's in was destroyed. Now, some of you might say, yeah, but is the thing itself okay? Yeah, it is. But it's not mint in box anymore. The value went from thousands and thousands of dollars to much less, just because it's not mint in box. And some people might say, who cares? Because I'm never going to sell it. But I told these guys, like, you know, in the future, one day, like 20 years from now, 50 years from now, 100 years from now, I don't know how long I'll live, you know, it could happen.
You're gonna live 100 years from now?
Maybe advancements in science might happen.
They say the first person to live to 150 is born.
That could
already.
be me.
It's possible.
Well,
okay, 50 years from now.
okay,
Give me that. Give me a good 50 years. 50 years from now.
He'd be low 80s.
Give or take.
Just imagine this, all right? 50 years from now, the President of the United States comes on television and he says, we have been contacted by the first alien civilization, and they're going to destroy us unless somebody gives them a mint-in-box HasLab Jabba sail barge. Who in the country has one? And I'm like, oh, motherfucker, I got one of those, and I go down, and I'm like, no, it's not mint-in-box. There's shit all over this side. And then we die.
Eric, I would say that's ridiculous, but I watch Doom Patrol.
Exactly.
Well, if anything, that would happen this year.
Yeah.
20, 50 years from now. 2020.
Anyway, it was very...
Why aliens?
I don't know. Who else would care?
But it's just
You're
like
saying that there's no one else on this
also,
terrestrial
like,
planet.
500 other people with this thing, right?
yeah.
Or however many there are of this thing.
Like
Yeah, but who's to
499.
say that theirs isn't covered in shit one day, too? 50 years is a lot of time.
It is.
And a lot of them open it.
How do you
Don't
know?
worry, Rick's
A
Googling
lot of
it.
people open it. There is a war between the mint in box and the loose collectors that will never be settled. Like, if you share a picture of like, hey, I got this, they'll be like, open it up, you fucking fascist. You know, play with it. Toys are meant to be played with. I'm like, no. I want to keep it mint, nice and clean forever. Not now, because there's shit in it. Anyway.
Now,
So-
you're not going to sell it for $114,000, which is what a Super Mario Brothers cartridge just sold for like 4 days ago.
114?
$114,000.
Does it have an
mint in
internal
package?
battery?
Wait, was it mint in package?
A sealed copy of the Super Mario Brothers became the highest selling video game ever at auction Friday with a winning bid of $114,000.
Nice. Sounds like something
Now,
that Lewis
this-
Green would be interested in.
Those cartridges have to have their battery charged, right?
If they have save, but Mario
Gotcha.
Brothers did not.
All right. I know that with people that played Pokemon, they have to like keep changing out the battery to keep
Yep.
like their original data on there and stuff. Like the
Yeah,
old red
that,
cartridges.
the Legend of Zelda for the NES had it. Metroid had it for the Famicom, but not for the NES.
Yeah.
So hopefully, something in your collection will go for that much someday, if you ever choose to sell. Well, hopefully you never need the money. You can just enjoy this stuff and be buried with it.
I very much enjoy it.
Buried with it. Isn't that like a waste then?
No, man. Like it'd be like
No,
the
it gets to take
pharaohs
it-
of old, or
Yeah.
you know, who's that one Chinese guy's buried with like 1,000 stone soldiers?
Yeah, the
What you got?
terracotta army.
I'm gonna have my
Jet Li
toys. You're not
from
having
The
anything.
Mummy 3.
No, it's a real thing, Aaron.
Huh?
It really happened.
Yeah.
So they just make stoned soldiers?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
statues?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
The
So
terracotta
we can
army.
have an army in the afterlife.
It's one
But
of the
then
great
that came
wonders
back
of the
in
world,
Mummy 3
Aaron.
and you try to take over the world.
No, I'm talking about real life, and I'm talking about I am gonna have my collection with me in the afterlife, except for my goddamn Jabba's sail barge. It won't be mint.
It'll be there.
can
It'll
still
just
come
be
with it.
shitty.
What's the point of having that in the afterlife?
You don't get it. All right, but when you're a collector, you understand.
Also, if Eric buries everything with him, he does a solid to all the other collectors because he's taking that stuff out of the
Yeah.
market.
Imagine
He's
the value then,
rarefying
Aaron,
the
in
market.
the afterlife.
He
Not
already-
just aftermarket, the afterlife.
The afterlife market.
But the black market, afterlife.
It's not black market. This is all legit, baby.
Star Wars
It's Black Series.
figures.
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
black.
they're
well,
not
that's just
counterfeit,
a small
Aaron.
part, but yes.
All right, this conversation is too fun. Let's move on.
So you guys, I mean, all right, we're gonna have various things we gotta talk about. There's some stuff that we're like gonna have to tiptoe around, I think, too, because there's stuff we want to talk about but we can't talk about.
Yeah.
So that's why this podcast is also talking about what can we talk about.
Yes. I should say also, I actually brought my collection to the Wave Cave for safety and put it downstairs.
While all the construction.
And I know, like Calvin
everything.
mentioned, he's like, I don't think he realized
I did not.
how big it was going to be.
I thought
So do you
it
guys
was.
mind if I put this on the shelves
You know
back
what,
here?
what's gonna happen is the construction they have happening at the bar is gonna hit a pipe and it's gonna flood us, and
I
all
know.
your shit's gonna get destroyed because you brought it here because it's cursed.
Right? And I'll have another podcast story, yay. Anyway, so yeah, stuff that we can't talk about. What can't we talk about?
Well-
We can't talk about a new Star Wars show.
Yeah, one of the things that popped up on Monday was me. I was
Yeah.
sitting here. I saw information. I'm sitting here with Rick and Calvin.
Mm-hmm.
You were gone.
Yeah.
I had no one to talk to. And I was like, well, fuck. I just saw this. This is great. So I'm excited. I look forward to it. That's it.
Yeah.
I look forward
Right?
to being able to talk about it someday.
Yeah. We definitely will. It's just that, you know, I mean, for what people want me to say is like, I'm super excited by the prospect. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. The era that it's going to be in is super interesting, and we'll be able to have a great perspective with Calvin and Rick when they do get catched up on various things and do watch those things. Maybe
'Cause
live with us,
I
maybe
have
not.
no idea what it is.
Just be excited, Calvin. So go.
I am excited.
All right, see?
I'm also
More or less excited than Resistance.
The best thing to know is that
Sad.
More. Way more.
it's going to be good. Yeah.
Resistance, no.
What?
There's not, I'm not excited. I never got excited by Resistance. I'm excited by this.
This is going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this. I'm really excited for that.
Yep.
So,
So what else can't we talk about? Is that it?
I don't know. There was something else we were talking about.
I think that's it.
Rick had something.
the only
and we-
thing that we-
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff
Yeah.
that we can talk about.
over the last week, I guess we're still going to go into that kind of stuff too. Like,
Yeah.
Dark Souls has been going good, I think. I had a fairly progressive stream, not this past stream, but the stream before.
Yeah, the only thing, because I usually watch your after stream highlight things, and I didn't get to watch it this week, but I saw some of the comments, and people were very upset by how well you did. And I guess it's bullshit.
I think I go in. I also died a lot in one
Yeah.
of the streams, but I also made a lot of progress and stuff too.
Mhm.
But no, it was really good. Had fun with that.
It's not what I thought when you said you had a very progressive stream.
Yeah, I made a lot of progress. It was good. And then I know Calvin beat Last of Us in the DLC recently, right?
Yep. Last of Us and Left Behind.
So
It was great. I loved it. I wish that Left Behind had been in the main game
Yeah.
because it filled so much in.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
I still have to play that at some
I think
point.
it was originally supposed to be, but I think it got cut for.
So now it's just Aaron that hasn't played the
I
last
think I'm the only one of
Us,
the group that hasn't
first
played
one.
now.
Yeah.
So I got to finish Dark Souls, but then I have some other games and stuff that I want to get into, and Last of Us is one of those. So I might get into that at some point.
Maybe down the road.
Maybe. So, besides that, I don't know. I haven't done too much else. I'm trying to get a weekly schedule together for myself to be like on a schedule, because so much of my time is just kind of like it just happens. So, and I also want to try to sneak in like workouts and being healthy, and I'm changing my diet. Cause I was doing intermittent fasting kind of thing, but I think I plateaued and I stopped there. So now I'm going the opposite way, to where instead of me only eating in like a small window, now I'm eating like 6 times a day. But they're smaller amounts, and I'm trying to like boost my metabolism.
You're doing like almost like an all-in kind of thing.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I'm not eating like, you know, hamburger, French fries covered in cheese every meal or nothing.
No,
you know? But like I'm eating like a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little
but
bit
like
here,
whenever
so.
you get hungry, you like eat that, right?
No, I'm trying to schedule specific times to eat.
You need to
eat
schedule
when
your
you're not
bathroom
hungry?
times.
Yeah, to eat.
That's what's
I'm-
each
Oh,
every
okay.
day.
Because the goal of it is to try to like boost my metabolism as a whole.
Okay,
Rather
I
than
gotcha.
like sometimes in the intermittent fasting thing, what could happen is your body holds on to the fat and stuff because it thinks it's not going to eat and it's hungry, so it's trying to hold on to it. This I'm trying to like, hey, it's getting food regularly and it's going to metabolize faster, hopefully.
So now that you've talked about like, you know, dieting and fasting and all that stuff, can I tell you guys about my amazing meal I had during vacation this week? So I've said before that one of my favorite foods ever, and one that I probably will never have again, is my mom's hash brown casserole. My sister made it. Like, it got as close as possible, right? It requires like you have to have like frozen potatoes and this type of cheese. It was fantastic. I loved it so much. I'm so happy she did it. And then my brother-in-law Justin made a steak, but he's like the steak master. Like, I got like a
right?
fucking 15-ounce like steak. It was medium rare, and it was a ribeye, and it was perfect. And like Jancy like mentioned, like, you know, I've lived in LA for a long time. You can't go any LA steakhouse, pay $100 and have a steak as good as this. I'm like, right, you know. Oh, it was so fucking good. So I just had to think about that more. But the hash brown casserole combined with that, fantastic. Anyway, so you're real hungry, Aaron, or what are you talking about? Fasting?
Well,
No, I'm not fasting anymore. As I'm saying, like I'm trying to eat like little bits because also
I get
Melanie gets irritated when I don't eat because then she
Yeah.
says I get cranky because like I don't know. I think it's in her head. It can't be real. I'm not cranky.
I think it's in your head.
Shut up, Calvin. But, no, I don't know. I just I don't know. I did this back whenever I was working at Radio Shack, and it worked pretty well. So I'm gonna try that while I'm working out. I also want to make sure I have more calories because I'm trying to work out, so I'm gonna be burning more too. So I don't want to be
get some gains.
I don't want to be too low on.
Yeah,
the
you don't want to have
calorie
a deficit, a calorie
So,
deficit. I
intake.
think is what
I'll
they
see.
call it, right?
Mess around with things as I get.
Are you
closer
using
when
any kind of apps or tracking things?
I have Melanie got me for our. I think I talked about it, the Samsung watch. I've been using that to track things, and then I've been using my phone to like try to count some of the calorie stuff too, because I haven't really done that. I only started that recently though, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But
I want to talk about a very different weight loss experience, Aaron.
Okay.
So I got on the scale, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and I was like, oh, well, this is broken, because it was a number that was much lower than I had been previously. Like, hadn't been that low since high school. Kind of low.
Sure.
Like, well, this thing is.
That's what I'm trying to get back to, Rick.
So I
the fuck does that feel like?
immediately
Like?
threw it away. I was like, okay, we need a new scale.
You threw away the
Yeah.
scale.
I did.
So you didn't.
Your
go,
reality is such that no, this is
You didn't go and get something else to test it. You just tossed it in the trash.
like
Okay.
a banana. Or,
Had to go.
Yeah.
Everything must go. It's
A banana?
I don't know.
You know how much a banana weighs?
Have you ever heard the thing
10
banana for
pounds?
scale? It works.
Yeah.
turns
Banana
out
for
I may
scale.
have thrown it away prematurely.
True.
That's
Yeah. So did you go get a new one? It was
So
the
what
same?
happened, Rick?
Okay.
I did.
Did it make it all the way? Like, did you get it out of the trash,
Oh,
or
no.
is it just no? It's in the trash.
Why?
In the trash.
I have two scales now.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Oh my gosh.
So was the scale right?
yeah, it was.
Is the second scale right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
So-
you just lost and you have no idea how.
Well, the only
How
thing I
much-
can figure is since the quarantine, I've been cooking a lot more.
Yeah.
So I figure that it's maybe healthier food, or I'm eating less of it in general, or something.
Mhm.
But it was pretty crazy.
Rick,
Yeah.
I think you just don't eat.
I mean, that's
He eats noodles all the
part
time.
of it too. Yeah, I do. See,
That's true.
Yep.
I just ate these. But yeah, I don't know. Another possibility is they did a study, and they showed that like professional chess players burnt a ton of calories.
Like they were losing weight like at tournaments.
So I'm thinking
They
maybe
don't know
making
why.
a hint hunter.
Yeah.
I just burn off all the
Sure.
calories.
Chess masters at top of their game. Hint hunt. I believe it though because you put so much effort into it. It could very well be something like that.
So yeah, we've been getting like the meal stuff that's delivered to your
Yeah.
house and you cook it or
Yeah.
whatever kind of stuff. So I've been doing that.
Those are fun.
Inspired in part by One Piece because there's a chef in that show. He's
Ooh.
pretty awesome and
Okay.
amazing.
Gotcha.
So he has inspired me to try and make my cooking better.
What kind of meals do you get?
I did like. Now I'm blanking. You know, stuff like meatballs,
Yeah.
pork meatloafs, a lot of like Asian inspired stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff with rice.
Good.
Just
Yeah.
the other day, what was it? Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday. We did like well, Melanie she's been buying food, and one of the things that's hard to find is meat sometimes, especially like right now. Like there's like
Yeah.
a meat shortage. I don't know.
Yeah.
And she got salmon. I was like, okay, that's cool. And it was like a full, like fresh-ish piece of salmon, you know. And I had to descale it and everything. And usually what I do is I cook it like I did for cooking with Blind Wave, where I do like the crispy like skin side and stuff, and it tastes really good and all that. This time I was like, you know what, we could try to grill it, because we also have these cedar wood planks that we bought like a year or better, like down in our cupboard. So I got those out, and I made this like salmon, and I grilled it up on this cedar plank. Never used it before. I don't know if it's supposed to char like it did, but the fish came out great, and even the kids loved it. And they are usually very picky and stuff. But with that too, we had like salmon, and then we had like sushi, but it was like, it was okay. It was like a frozen sushi that you thaw kind of thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a fresh made one, but it was all right. It was better than I expected. I thought it was gonna be like rubbery and tough and awful, but it was pretty good. Like good enough for me to be like, oh, I'd eat it again.
Cool.
You know?
Yeah, there's a lot of like grocery store sushi that like, I probably shouldn't have eaten that, and I won't eat it again.
Yeah.
Because
So-
yeah.
But yeah, we just had rice, like steamed veggies, and then the salmon and stuff. And the salmon came out like it was so moist, had good flavor. The cedar wood, it reminded me of the damn sauna that we have. It
You're like,
smelled, the wood smelled
man,
like that. It was cooking on
I
the,
wanna work
on the
out.
grill, and I went outside like, man, that smells great. But yeah, it was so like, it was just moist,
Yeah.
delicious.
Moist.
It was good.
Yeah. Justin.
I want to take a picture. I forgot because it was so good. I was like,
Too
damn,
good?
look at this. I forgot to take a picture. I'm, like, I'm done
that
taking a picture of this
sucks.
shit.
Yeah.
And I
Guess you
forgot.
just have to do it again.
I took a picture of one of my meals, but it's not very impressive looking. I didn't spend enough time on the presentation.
Tell you what, we've been doing Home Chef, but there was like every time I do it, like I'm the primary on that one. I suck. I fuck it up somehow. But
What, cooking?
oh, okay, no, okay. So the last one that I did, like that I actually cooked, was it had grits, right?
Oh, man, I love grits.
Sure, grits, great.
Make grits all the time.
I followed the
Sometimes.
fucking recipe to a T. They give you everything, you know. And we had to look it up later. It's like, no, I mean, that's what happened. But they just told me to put too much water in. My grits were just, like, terribly watery. Like, they didn't, like, you know.
So you're blaming the instructions.
I absolutely blame the instructions.
Okay.
Because I went with Jancy. Like, this is exactly how much? He's like, yes. You know, she's like, just, yes, just follow the instructions, you know. Followed them correctly. It messed up. I wanted to be like, you should call, get a free meal or something, you know. This is bullshit. But we ended up just adding a little bit of flour to it and making
Flour to
it-
grits?
Yeah. Just cooked it up
as
with
a,
it being
as a
boiled.
thickening, congealing
Just thickened
agent.
it up. It
Yeah,
was
I
kind of like a soupy mashed potato.
Yeah, I
Ugh.
wouldn't have done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you change all of grits.
I know.
Dude, I went down south one time. I think it was with Melanie when we went to like Dragon Con or something like that. And coming back, where did we stop? I don't know what it was. It was somewhere down south, and they had like shrimp and grits or something like that. And I was like, you know what? I don't think I've ever had anything like this before. I've always had grits for breakfast food, never for like dinnery, lunchy kind of stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
do that, and it was great. But my time always having grits was always for breakfast with like eggs and toast. And oh man, now I'm hungry. I want eggs, toast, and grits. It'd be great.
I think we're all a little bit hungry because like 80% of our conversation has been food.
But I don't know. I do like cooking. I've debated on taking the master class from Gordon Ramsay.
I'm
Yeah.
liking it much better now that I'm getting better at it.
Mm-hmm.
Though I still hate anything to do with onions. Because I just,
Onions?
Yeah, just
The onion.
burns my eyes. It's terrible.
Burns your eyes.
Yeah, do you ever get used to it? Or is it just... Always terrible.
Some onions hit more than others, but
Sometimes it'd be like
I
that.
mean, I cut onions every single day when I worked at a pizza shop. Eventually, I mean, you'll still get kind of like, you know, but it never bothered me to begin with, I don't think. So, but I never got better with that.
the best thing to do is to try to make sure, like, depending on how you're cutting it, that you're cutting it in a way where you don't have to stay there for a long, long time cutting.
Oh yeah, there's also a
Yeah.
spot that you can kind of avoid to not have it be too bad. Too.
Yeah.
I just don't know what it's called or where it's at anymore.
But I've heard people say, like, take a piece and eat it, and it's supposed to help. And I've heard, like, rub it under your eyes.
I need to get like
That's
our
wrong.
I've heard all kinds of different things. I don't think any of these things work.
I need to get like our plexiglass barriers downstairs, but between me and the onions, or
Yeah.
like a scientist type thing where they put their hands in
Oh yeah.
Oh,
the
like
do that.
the hazardous material handling container thingy
Sounds
with the
good.
giant rubber gloves that just stick your arms through and do stuff.
Yeah, no. I thought about it sometimes, too. Because I'm like, I can't imagine Gordon Ramsay crying in his kitchen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's just like
Probably one of the only times that he
yellow-
does cry.
It's like when he, the yellow one part. I never cut that. That's what makes me cry. Is
Yeah.
how but I mean that was just me through experiment, through literally having to do it for an hour a day every day when I worked at the pizza shop.
what is it?
I don't know. It's like the yellow part on one end. Just don't cut that.
Don't cut that.
Yeah.
Don't cut that.
Some people in chat said that. Some people said like use sharp knives.
The root, Eric, you always cut that. I complained during cooking with Barnwood. Like, you're cutting it wrong.
No.
You would always cut it off, almost
Nope.
every time.
Nope.
Like, cut it like this, Eric. You're like, nope, this is how I do it.
Yeah. All right. Did I cry? No.
But you just, no, I don't know.
We have footage of like me just losing my mind
Yeah.
because of all the onion juice that was in that kitchen.
There's a gif of you going, ah, like that. It was great.
So Eric went to
horrible.
the beach. I've been traveling around myself a little bit.
Yeah.
Back from Midgar. Beat Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Oh.
I didn't know where you were going with that, Rick.
Well,
It
neither did
didn't
I.
go anywhere.
So
You,
you hate
travel.
going places.
Yeah.
That requires you to go outside.
No, he
So
goes.
you stayed inside.
He goes places virtually.
Like, he didn't travel when there was a pandemic.
So did you beat the game?
I beat Final
You beat
Fantasy
the
VII
game.
Remake. Yes, finally.
How many streams did it take you to beat the game?
Probably not that many.
Yeah.
I probably put like 40 hours into it.
Okay.
I would say.
I know there was a while where you were like, "Yep, probably beat the game in 2 more streams," and 2 more streams later, "Yep, probably beat the game in 2 more streams."
No, that was Death Stranding.
That was Death Stranding.
That was
Oh
Final
yeah,
Fantasy
you're
VII
right.
Remake.
You're right.
That
Because
was great, though. 2 more streams. Rick just said 2 more streams like 3 weeks ago.
yeah, with Final Fantasy VII Remake, like I can, like every time I'd finish a stream, I would talk about the game with Shane, and he would know where I am and know about how long I have left.
Yeah.
So like, you know, and obviously I kind of know the story already. Although I have to say that ending surprised me a little bit
Yeah.
in a number of different ways.
Okay.
It went a little off script, let's say. So it was an incredible ending to an incredible game so far. I mean, it's still so weird that it's not a complete experience, you know? Because obviously you play the first one, and the first one goes until the end. But this is part 1 of what's going to be a multi-part remake.
Yeah.
So it's...
So like the next one, is that supposed to be coming out soon, or like are you gonna be playing on the PS5?
It's not announced. I have to assume it's going to be on the PS5.
Okay.
Yeah. Which
Alright.
is crazy
Yeah.
to think about.
It's weird to think about.
Like, you know...
Like to play this game, you have to have 2 different consoles.
Well-
or maybe hopefully they release it for the PS5.
I mean,
or
we've seen
whatever.
like franchises of games.
Yes,
You know, the Metal Gear Solid story spawned different consoles.
true, but is this like the one that you just played and completed? Is that a complete story?
It was a satisfying end to that part.
Yeah.
But it is definitely not a complete story.
When you
It's not like
let's say
episode
someone
4.
gets a PS5 and then they get Final Fantasy VII Part 2, are they going to be missing out having not played Part 1?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just imagine it's a strange thing. Because, like, you know, yeah, I can play Wind Waker on the GameCube, and then I can play Twilight Princess. Like, oh, I can play it on the Wii, or I can play it on this. You
maybe
know?
they have like a previously catch-up kind of thing, like previously on Final Fantasy.
on Final Fantasy VII.
It could be, but like, you know, one of the great things about RPGs is you spend so much time with these characters
Yeah.
that their stories mean so much more to you. You know, it's like a character in a TV show versus
Yeah.
a movie or something like that, right? Where
Sure.
you just get to spend so much more time with the character, and therefore you care so much more.
Yeah.
So like, I couldn't imagine, you know, that one scene that everyone knows from Final Fantasy. Like, if you just came into that game and that was like the first hour of that game, like that would be crazy
Sure.
if you hadn't played the first
So
ones.
a way of thinking about it is like you've watched season 1 of Final Fantasy VII. There will be a season 2.
Yeah.
Whenever.
Yeah.
You know, I guess that's the way to think about it.
Except, like, it would be a remake of a season. So, like, if you would watch, like, the Breaking Bad movie, I guess, and it all came out at once.
Yeah.
And now you had to watch it in a series, but you had to wait 2 years until you saw the
Gotcha.
next part of it.
So, like, let's say somebody that's only ever seen like the Harry Potter movies, and then HBO is going to do Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone as a season.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
Ooh,
years
damn.
later, season 2 will be Chamber of Secrets, something like that. It's going to expand what you saw from those movies, maybe even expand what you've seen from the books or whatever. Okay.
Yeah, because, like, I would say that this game, in almost always, took this part of the first game and
Yeah.
made it better. So,
Gotcha.
like, it's probably the better way to experience it, but right now you can only experience...
So
25%
it's not
of it.
what The Hobbit did when The Hobbit became 3 movies. And it expanded,
Yeah.
yes.
It expanded for sure.
But people didn't necessarily love it.
I mean, there's a little bit of filler in this game.
Okay.
Some of it is optional, some of it isn't. But for the most part, like, they expanded it. I'm glad that they did. I got to know a lot of characters much better than I did before.
Gotcha.
And, like, I've, you know, am invested in those characters before. Whereas their fate in the first one didn't necessarily hit you all that hard because you just didn't spend that time with them.
Mm-hmm.
So, pretty great.
I wonder from the perspective of someone that's never played Final Fantasy, are they going to get to the end of it and be like, God damn it, and then go find the old game just to finish it? Or do you think most people by now are like...
a lot of people have asked me whether
Yeah.
they should play the first one, and I said, yes, you should. And you should also play Crisis Core, which is much harder to play.
Yeah.
Because at least Final Fantasy...
That's PlayStation Portable, isn't it?
Huh?
Wasn't that
Yeah.
on the PSP?
Yep, only on the PSP. Whereas Final Fantasy 7, like, not only can you get it on, like, the PS4 through their whatever their old game store is, but it also came out on PC as well, so you can get it that way. But Crisis Core you can only play on the PSP or watch someone play it.
Yeah.
But that story is now very relevant, let's say, based on the events and the ending of Final Fantasy 7. So,
Okay.
pretty crazy stuff. But also, probably not the best RPG I've played this year, because Persona 5 Royale has been absolutely incredible. It's crazy how good that game is. Like
Just story, gameplay, music, everything? Like top notch? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, like absolutely everything about it. Like, it has some of the most compelling stuff early on that I've ever seen in a JRPG, because most JRPGs really take their time to sort of get started, you know? Like, I mean, I'm really still in the game's tutorial. I'm still learning and unlocking stuff. But it's already told, like, a satisfying, in-depth story that I would have been happy if that had just been the game. And this was the first dungeon. So there's at least, I would imagine, 4 or 5 more of those dungeons based on what I know from Persona 3 and Persona 4.
Okay.
So, it's crazy. It's crazy good.
I'm still hung up on the idea of like a season of book 1 of Harry Potter.
Right?
I think it sounds like a great idea.
It's a great idea.
Because then you get so much more
Yeah,
time.
you get so much
like here's
more.
year 1. I mean, you can actually have a year 1.
Yeah.
In like a,
In like a 1 year
you can have
season
10 to
format.
20
You could have
episodes, you know?
the whole first
Yeah.
episode just be like the Dursleys, and then Hagrid breaks in, and he's like, "You're a wizard," and that's the end. You know?
Yeah.
No,
That would be great.
Just keep the John Williams music.
It's the end. Maybe. But yeah, I don't know.
there is a rumor, and I think that some footage of it was leaked or whatever, of a Harry Potter open world game that footage
Son
had
of
been leaked a
bitch.
long time
if
ago.
we get that
But-
before I get my open world Pokemon like MMO
Nobody
style
wants
kind
that.
of shit,
Yeah.
I'll be so mad.
But
Nobody
there is
wants
some,
that, Aaron.
There is some talk about this Harry Potter, like, gonna have Hogwarts in it, but also other stuff, and being able to make a custom character, and
That's cool.
there's some cool hype behind it, but we'll see. But no, I've always thought about, like, well, hell, fucking 20 years from now, yeah, just do a Harry Potter TV show.
Yeah,
I mean, TV is,
Find some
imagine
new-
what TV's gonna be like in 20 years. as
new
opposed to
people,
now.
new kids, new.
Yeah.
You know, just get some new actors and do it.
Yeah,
All the famous people be doing TV anyway at that point.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I guess it just, I
that's
don't
where
know.
a lot of it's going.
Yeah. Like, I haven't, like, I feel like I'm a huge Potterhead, but I just can't really get excited by the Fantastic Beasts movies. They just don't do it for me. I'm not really sure why.
Really?
Yeah.
I like
I just don't, I don't really go for them that much. How many have been
Yeah.
out? 2 now?
2.
Like, they're supposed to be 5 or whatever, and all that stuff. But I've only watched them like each like once, maybe twice. But I
didn't
still
even
get
make it through
excited when I
5
think
movies
about
of
like
Harry Potter.
Huh?
So I didn't even make it through 5 movies of Harry Potter.
Yeah, well, I mean, driving down to the beach this weekend, we just listened to audiobook of Harry Potter.
Oh yeah.
It's the quickest 8 hours I've ever had. You know, we went got
Yeah.
like we went driving back. We were listening to book 5, and we barely got to Hogwarts. You know, it's like Jesus, a lot
Yeah.
happens in the beginning of that. So, but yeah, a TV show would be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of adaptations, there's some video game shows coming out.
Video game shows,
Yes.
you say?
So
New ones that we don't know of, or
there's one that's been recently announced.
because we had recently where we watched one for Cuphead.
Yes, there's that one. But also Dragon's Dogma.
Dragon's Dogma, really?
Yeah, the Capcom game is going
Dragon's
to be a Netflix
Dogma.
series.
I didn't
heard of
realize
that.
the game was popular enough to warrant a TV show.
Yes,
Yeah,
but it's not about being popular. It's if people recognize the name, in which I don't. So,
I do. It was,
Yeah,
it was
it's,
like I believe it was like an RPG, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was an RPG that was famous for like its killing of the monster sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like there'd be a griffin, and like unlike in The Witcher 3 where you would fight a griffin, in this you would like climb on it, Shadow of the Colossus kind of style, and deal with it that way.
Huh.
It's a series I never got into, unfortunately, but one that always looked good for the time. But yeah, there's going to be a Netflix animated series for Dragon's Dogma.
That'd be interesting.
And
Maybe.
Cool.
like
I like the idea of doing these gaming ones animated too, because it opens up so many things you can do.
Rather than live action.
Yeah.
With like
And it
a
also
really
opens
big
up-
budget.
Like you could have the voice actors of the games for a lot of these situations be able to come back and do stuff too, which would be cool. Because like it depends what kind of thing they do, you know. But you could, you know, if they did a Zelda one,
yeah.
you could have like the voice actors that did Breath of the Wild come back in to play characters in Zelda if you
You
wanted
could.
to, or you can get all
Or
brand
the
new ones.
cartoon.
You could do that too.
Well, excuse me, princess.
But there's also no guarantee they do any of that because they didn't get Jaleel White for Sonic, so I don't know.
That's true.
But the craziest thing about this show is that it debuts September 17th.
Wow.
It's like right around the corner.
Okay.
That's pretty
Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah.
And I know nothing about it. I had to just kind of guess based on the name.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia right
It's
now.
like
I've never even seen the cover art.
Dragons?
That's the cover. That's the first thing I thought it was.
Are
The
the
cover.
dragons
trying
good
to
or bad?
decide the canon of the Bible at the Council of Canonicity.
That's probably not what happens.
Not quite.
It's probably
They're dragons and you hunt them.
It's a little different. A little different.
So Constantine's not involved?
Not in this one.
Not that
That's
I
the
know
sequel.
of. But I've never played it either.
Okay.
Whoa.
What?
Neat.
And we also
Great podcast.
No, I was reading this thing.
Whoa!
Oh, I see. I thought
See you
this
guys
was
next
a.
week.
I thought this was a function or a feature of the game, but it's just saying that the 3 party members who accompany the main character are controlled by artificial intelligence. That's just the programming of the game, not
Yeah.
like part of the story.
But
I thought they were controlled
I remember
by.
the way it worked and how it operated. It was like a big deal because I was working GameStop when that game came out
Yeah.
for like what PS3 and 360, I think it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, like I remember like there were mechanics of the game. It didn't sell very well, but everyone I heard play it like, well, this and this were kind of cool and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
it's
I
some
don't.
interesting stuff where like you would send your party members out to other players and they would go level up, learn skills with them, and then come
Yeah.
back and fight for you.
That
so
sounds
like
right.
while you weren't playing the game, they could still do stuff.
All right. Well, that is whoa neat.
Yeah, pretty neat.
Appropriate.
Whoa!
I thought.
You know, that was me. I'd definitely be looking at lasagna.
What is
No,
it?
I thought in the game, like the storyline, like the people that you were with were controlled by an artificial intelligence in the game, not they were just programmed to function semi-autonomously.
Nope.
So it's just the way this
Pretty
thing
cool,
is
though.
worded. I misunderstood it first.
I think we talked about this one a little bit before, but it's official now if it wasn't before. Fallout TV series from the creators of Westworld coming to Amazon Video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that seems interesting. I mean, Westworld, it might not be the most popular show, but it's one of the slickest produced I've ever seen.
Yeah.
No, yeah, and it's fairly creative too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. So,
So that could be really cool.
yeah, I mean, I've never played Fallout or anything, so I'm not really sure, like, how well that fits, but from what I do know about it, that seems like that's the people you want to go to.
Yeah, if you want like if you
Be able
want
to
that
manage
kind
a
of
budget, but have it look huge in scale. You know?
yeah, that's one thing that
You don't go to
Westworld.
Scott Buck?
Huh?
I don't go with Scott Buck.
I would not go with Scott Buck either. Why?
What? He said about managing a budget. He takes care of the
He
budget.
didn't manage budgets. He managed a lot of things.
Isn't that what he was before he was like the producer or whatever?
What?
Just
Yeah, he was just the guy that you
Budget
called
man.
in whenever you're like, all right, how do we do this? Do it under budget and get it done because we have a contract. We got to finish this, and he's responsible for a lot of very bad television, in my opinion.
I've seen his name on a show that Rick and I are going through right now.
yes, you do.
Someone's comparing Elder Scrolls, saying they think they'd like that better than Fallout.
Then Fallout.
But the thing though too is like is the fantasy world thing a little overplayed right now, where Fallout could kind of be something a little different.
It's too close to Game of Thrones, and people want to break.
Also, if you've ever played the modern Fallouts, play Fallout 1 and 2. Because in my opinion, they are much better than anything in the last 10 years.
3 was good,
New Vegas was really good.
right?
I don't think they were as good as 1 and 2.
Yeah, but that was that over the looking down on everybody thing. Just play XCOM then.
Isometric.
They
The best
don't play
RPGs
the
ever
same.
made have been isometric,
No.
including Fallout 1 and 2.
But anyway, yeah. I don't know what other kind of shows I'd want out of like. Some of these aren't the ones I'm like, you know what I want, video game wise? I want this TV show.
Sure.
You know?
Well, speaking of...
Man, I love Zelda, but I don't know what a Zelda television show looks
I
like.
don't know either.
I mean,
Do you remember? Wasn't
Link has to
there?
have a personality.
Am I misremembering this? Wasn't there a Mortal Kombat TV, like animated TV show?
Yeah, there was.
I don't remember ever wanting that either, but I remember watching like a few episodes.
There was a really badass like fan series that came out
Yeah, I
by
remember
the dude that he's directed a couple episodes.
Aren't they
of
working
S.H.I.E.L.D.
on like a
now.
new one?
I think so.
They're working on like a new series or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, they are.
Or movie.
And, we put that Scorpion movie on the last poll, but
Yeah.
it didn't win. It looks really good.
I don't know. There's got to be some games I'm like, man, that would make a great. Metal Gear Solid would probably make a great.
I was
Mortal
just gonna
Kombat
say
made a
that.
fantastic pair of movies.
What
oh,
would?
I love those movies.
What would?
Mortal Kombat made a fantastic pair of movies.
Pair of movies?
Yes, 1 and 2.
You mean Mortal Kombat and Annihilation?
Yes.
You know,
When
it definitely
when-
wasn't as good.
Oh man, I love that dragon weird ape fight thing they have at the end of that one.
You can't even describe it.
I know.
That weird
It's indescribable
dragon
weird.
thing.
Oh, it's so good.
Ah.
Hey, Ray Park's stunt double in the second one, man. Show some respect.
There's a YouTube
Yeah.
web series for Street Fighter that is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
It's called like the Crimson Fist or something like that.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I don't know. I'm hoping.
Isn't that like a Marvel hero?
I enjoy Castlevania. I'm hoping it's stays decent.
Yeah.
Maybe gets better. Adds in some good music. Not that the music they have is bad. Just I want that nostalgia
You want
hit
some-
of like, man, I love this song. I've heard it so many times. You know.
You want some
And I haven't even
Castlevania
heard
music?
it from playing Castlevania so much. I've heard it from like just it was a popular music game track kind of thing. You know. But
Yeah, I mean, there's been some pretty good ones. Like, I always enjoyed Mega Man back in the day. Devil May Cry had a fairly good anime, and that's coming out with a Netflix series as well.
yeah, that might be kind of cool. I'm looking forward to see like what they do with Cuphead. 'Cause I think that might be kind of a fun thing. I'm hoping Kingdom Hearts does a good job. You know, like there's
I feel like to make a Zelda series have a narrative for a television show, you'd have to change so much about it. It wouldn't be necessarily recognizable. It works too much as a game, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like, what, you're going to have this every episode, new temple. No, you're not going to do that, you know?
Yeah,
It's like,
whereas-
then they have to focus on story. Stories, protect this person. Good job.
As opposed
Here's
to
the thing.
Phoenix Wright, which has an anime, and that
Yeah.
one is just, a courtroom drama.
That one makes sense.
Basically.
Yeah.
So,
courtroom drama.
all right. Well, I know Aaron's not interested in the book version of this, but Ready Player 2 is coming out in November.
Wait.
Really?
A movie?
The book.
Okay.
Son of a
Oh,
bitch!
coming out in
gotcha.
November.
Okay.
I thought they were making a sequel
Same author?
to that movie
Yeah.
that was so good.
Interesting.
I figure
The Room?
that a movie will follow. But,
Yeah.
It'd be great.
yeah, this November, Ready Player 2
Huh.
debuts in North America.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I mean, it's a pretty interesting world. I wonder if it kind of picks up with the same characters, or is it just like another story in that world?
There are no further details available in the book's plot, which will likely take place after the events of Ready Player 1.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be interesting how it goes too.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't read the book, but watching the movie, I'd be like, wonder
Should
what
be
they go
just
into
Ready
next.
Player 1, Player 2 has entered.
Just Ready Player 2.
No.
Yeah, just call it Ready Player 2. Why not? Why wouldn't you call it Ready Player 2?
He's right. If
Why?
there was a sequel to
I mean-
Rogue One, You call it Rogue 2.
In theory, if it's
Well, yeah, but
if the name is accurate, then it needs to be the exact same story, but with a second character
Yeah.
playing through the events of Ready Player One.
so it should be from her perspective.
No, you
That's what
could.
you're saying?
No, Rick. You could have Ready Player 2 be about the same guy who's Player 1 who has now Player 2 joining in, and you're watching both of them together.
No,
It's a
because
co-op.
in Super Mario Brothers, when you play 2 players, the player 1 goes until it dies, and then it's Ready Player 2, and they start at the beginning of the game, or wherever they left off.
Yeah, but in Donkey Kong, you could play where one of you's Donkey and one of you's Diddy, and you guys can work together on the same levels, and no one starts in the beginning.
But it doesn't say Ready Player 2 then.
What? Rick, shut up! That'd be interesting. It'd be kind of cool to see what they have, because especially the movie-wise. Movie-wise, had so much in it. My kids love it. They just love
got a
watching
lot.
all the background stuff and everything happening, and like, look at turtles.
I love that moment with the Shining stuff. It's so
Yeah,
cool.
it's great. It's kind of spooky and cool and great.
I
and
love
fun.
that, and then I didn't watch the Shining sequel movie that came out. I gotta watch that. Doctor Sleep or whatever.
Yeah,
Never saw
Yeah.
that.
I haven't seen that yet either.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, Ready Player 1 is definitely fan service the movie, or the book, as the case may be.
Sure.
Definitely the movie, because they could just pack so many Easter eggs into that.
I
Not
mean,
even
you
trying.
get to the point when you're watching a Gundam fight Mecha Godzilla, I'm in. If you say like, "Hey, this isn't that movie,"
And Iron
no,
Giant.
full stop. Here's my
Iron
money. I'm
Giant.
gonna go watch it. And you know what? I did. And
You
was
did.
it the best movie ever? No. But was it fun? Yes. That's all
Very
I
true.
needed from that movie.
I feel like I've heard this news before, but someone put it in the Discord. Chris Hemsworth is hulking up, one could say, to play Hulk Hogan in a new
What?
biopic.
Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't want to
Really?
spoil you or anything.
Holy shit. He can't get that big.
No, he can't.
I don't know if I can. I can't picture him going, brother. You know, like he has that accent
Yeah.
of like the. I picture him as Thor. You know what I mean?
something, brother.
Like brother. Like he'd
Yeah.
have like a. I don't know.
He
I
can
can't get
change his
past
accent.
I know.
He's
I
an
just,
actor,
I can't
Aaron.
get past it. I keep thinking of Thor trying to be.
They hire people to
Hogan.
help them talk differently.
Who gets to play?
That's their full-time job.
I know, but I'm
Well,
just saying.
like, he's going to be hard enough, but who plays Andre?
Randy Savage?
Yeah, who plays Savage? Who plays Piper?
Wait, so what's he gonna be in?
A biopic about Hulk Hogan.
Biopic.
Yes.
Biopic.
Let's see. It.
I don't know,
It's
maybe-
called The Hulkster. And it.
Do they go into the
Hulk-
sex tape or
Well, I
leave
think
that
it,
off?
I think it stops at his peak.
Gotcha.
So
his
Hogan's rise
peak.
to the top of the
Ladies.
wrestling world in
It
the
doesn't
80s.
do the peaks and the lows. It just peaks.
Only
and
the
that's it.
peaks.
In the story.
So I think it only covers like the 80s and before.
Okay.
I think. I don't imagine it even goes into like the NWO stuff and whatnot. But
Not the NWO stuff, huh? Yeah, I mean, I watched the Elton John biopic. I enjoyed that. I haven't seen the Queen one yet.
I haven't seen. No, I've seen both of those. There was another one, wasn't there?
There's a bunch.
Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
There's that one dude that did Stephen Hawking, the guy who played Beast in X-Men First Class.
Oh, he did. He was Stephen Hawking,
I
really?
think so.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen the Mark Zuckerberg one or whatever.
Social Network.
Yeah, I haven't
Social
seen that
Network.
one.
He was a Queen.
Yeah, it'd be
Rocket Man.
interesting to see, and it's interesting to see if it's true or not.
Yeah.
Because what Hulk Hogan tells you happened is usually much different than what actually happened.
But which story are they going with then?
I think that it is being funded at least in part by the WWE.
Okay.
So I imagine it's going to be their version of events and not necessarily the truth.
Gotcha. Okay. So WWE be like, here's what happened.
Because like with
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. The guy who played Beast played Tolkien. That's the one I watched.
Tolkien?
I didn't watch this Stephen Hawking one.
Tolkien,
Might be.
Eric.
with fighting with my family, like, you know, that was 80% truth.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, 10% Hollywood story stuff, and then 10% just straight lies.
I mean, that's how biopics are done, because you gotta get to the point where it's like, hey, people want to tell a story, but we got 2.5 hours.
Sure.
Let's cut out this bullshit. Let's give him this
Got all
love
this
interest.
embarrassing
Let's
stuff we'd
combine
rather
6
not address.
characters into one. Let's make this guy much more antagonist than he was. You gotta do that.
Interesting.
I mean, Hulk Hogan will be interesting, but I want to see the Vince McMahon one.
No.
Like, that's the one that would Just blow my mind. Trying to see.
What, his biopic?
Yeah. Because, like, I can't think of, like, many more fascinating individuals who have lived during my lifetime than Vince McMahon. Like, not that he's a man that should be celebrated in a lot of the things that he's done, but I can think of a few more that are more fascinating.
You can learn some lessons from his life, sure.
Oh, yeah. You can definitely learn some lessons.
Who plays Vince McMahon?
Oh, God.
When did he start doing... Has he been there the whole time?
Vince?
Yeah, I don't know how old he is.
Yeah, so his dad owned the WWF, and then he inherited it from his father.
Okay.
So he's been around the wrestling business ever since he was born. Like, he worked on the ring crew and was an announcer. And then when he took it over in the 80s. Or in the late... Yeah, it would have been the early 80s, I think.
Okay.
Still in charge today.
I can't think of a good actor.
Hugh Jackman, someone suggested.
Man.
Oh, Vince can't sing, can he?
I mean, I would pick Christopher Walken for, like, today's Vince.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I think that would just be interesting to see.
I mean, you're getting an entirely different Vince then. I don't think he can bulk.
Actually, what they need to do is they need to do like the Bob Dylan biopic, where they cast different people for different stages of his life. So, like in the Bob Dylan one, they had him like played as a woman, they had him played as a black man, they had him played as Richard Gere. Like, they need to do that with Vince and just have different people for the different time periods.
So who is he for Royd Vince?
I mean, maybe today's Vince McMahon.
Just now, Vince McMahon?
Who played... This guy's in the movies all the time and television shows, but who played the Master in the Doctor Who movie?
Oh, man,
What's his name? He could be Vince McMahon now.
Ricardo Montalban.
Dude, now that you mention him, too,
Yeah.
wasn't he in the one Chuck episode with the A-Team?
Eric Roberts.
Like, he was that guy,
Eric
right?
Roberts?
Or Eric Stevens. Chad
Yeah,
is-
Eric
Whichever
Roberts.
one of that
That's it,
guy,
right?
he could be Vince
I think
McMahon.
that's right.
Look up him
Let me
and
look
you'll be
it
like,
up.
yep, that's him.
Eric Roberts
He,
sounds
you know,
right.
he was also the guy, he was a gangster in The Dark Knight when Batman's like holding him, he's like, one professional to another. Fall from this height won't kill me. I know. And he throws him off.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was that guy. Not Falcone,
Ooh,
but...
that would be a great casting. Stephen Lang.
Stephen Lang? I can see Stephen Lang doing it. Eric Roberts. You gotta look him up and see if that works for you, Rick.
I mean, I see it. I don't see the resemblance.
Yeah, you gotta get a good
but
picture.
maybe I need to see him in motion.
He'd do it.
Now,
He's in a lot of stuff.
I mean, in this picture, he looks more like Fauci to me.
Yeah?
Yeah, he does.
than Vince.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's who comes to mind for me. I guess, Hemsworth is just like, well, who's a big guy we can get that's going to be close for Hulk Hogan, but I still don't see it.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
I like... It's kind of funny, the idea of J.K. Simmons as Vince. Just because, like, I remember seeing pictures of him when he was getting ready for DC. And
For
he was
Commissioner
just,
Gordon?
And he was just like...
He's
bulked
just
out
jacked
and
as
stuff.
fuck, and you're
Yeah.
like, dude, you're Commissioner Gordon, you're not Batman.
Yeah.
That could be Batman if I wanted. You know, it's like, yeah, you could.
Jesus. Give me Spider-Man.
That could be fun.
He's a great actor, though.
In case he ever needed to do a shirtless scene, he was ready.
Can you imagine someone like... I'm just trying to think of all the alternate Hulk Hogans or Macho Man. Like Daniel Day-Lewis as Macho Man Randy Savage. How amazing that would be.
He would have to spend
a brand new
like
Because
10 years in the
Macho
wrestling
Man
ring.
on set because he's a method actor, That'd be amazing.
The cream rises to the top, yeah.
I mean, for Macho Man,
cream and
they
I'm
could get
gonna do my-
Jay Lethal to play him because he played a character based off of Macho Man in TNA called Black Machismo.
Yeah.
So he does a pretty good Macho Man impression.
Huh.
He does a better Ric Flair impression, though.
Gotcha.
Man, his Ric Flair impression is something else.
Yeah.
All right. Next thing I have,
That's right.
which I'm told I can talk about, is casting for Batwoman lead.
Yeah, so the last we heard, Ruby Rose has left the show after finishing season 1 of Batwoman, and everybody's like, huh? So what happens next? You know?
Yeah, I know.
Do you recast?
We talked about that a little bit, and it's like, well, they've had one season.
Yeah.
So it was all about Batwoman and how she became Batwoman, and now what she's gone through to become Batwoman, and it didn't end with like, because the whole season, everything like this CW season has been messed up because of quarantines and shutdowns and all that kind of stuff. So they also I didn't feel like they finished. You know what I mean? Like,
agreed. And they made her a Paragon and Crisis and all that stuff, and now it's well, what do you do? What would you do, Aaron? We talked about this a little bit, but do you just recast, go with the same character, or do you just like, all right, we got to find a whole new thing?
I feel like the thing you do is, especially with the way you're doing the story, is like you recast. You try to find someone who can play the part to continue the story the best way you can. As much as I hate doing that, because like it's weird, like Hulk in Avengers, and you know Mark Ruffalo versus Norton, right? But I think over the long run, what they did with that is like, well, they didn't have him, and Mark Ruffalo did a good job, and they've done that a few times with stuff like that. I think you can get by with doing that.
Yeah.
So like,
but for a lead.
Yeah,
I mean, the Hulk was a lead.
I mean, they haven't had another Hulk movie.
No, I get you.
You know,
yeah.
So maybe it won't work as well that way. But I don't know what you do with a character who's like I can't imagine what they would do with like if Stephen Amell would have left after season 1 or maybe even season 2.
Just have a whole new
and
Oliver
then you're just like,
Queen,
all right, well, we need a new
work.
Oliver Queen.
Yeah.
Like it's so weird. So like, but like that, I don't feel like that character story. It just started. I don't feel like it's changed too much to where you like. I don't know. Maybe you make her disappear and you talk with her more and try to get her to come. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is for that. But I would probably find somme new to come in and cover her role.
Do you want to know what the solution is?
They found a solution, so we're going to right now figure out what their solution is.
We're going to figure out?
Yep.
I'm going to butcher her first name. I apologize. Javicia Leslie is going to be portraying a new character named Ryan Wilder.
Which is a OC character, I believe, not a comic character.
How do you spell her name?
Javicia.
And then Leslie.
Huh. Okay.
So she's described as a likable, messy, a little goofy, and untamed. Her character. It goes into a little bit about her background, but I'll probably not go into that.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be it's an OC character. They're just saying that Kate Kane is not there.
It's a what character?
OC character, original character, i.e. not from the comic books. They're making a new character, is what I've heard. So it's not like they're going to be taking another Bat family and bring them into the spotlight or anything. They're just going, well, we don't have Kate Kane, so this is going to be a new Batwoman. I don't know what this means for like the supporting casts, people that are so important to the Kate Kane stuff. I mean, this is a whole new show.
Well, how do you
want to do this?
Man, how do you switch over to that?
I don't know.
Especially if she's not going to be in. Like if she's done, like just not going to be season 2 at all.
Yeah.
How do you switch over, transitioning into that, and make it seem like I feel like it's much easier to just replace the actress to be Kate Kane, and go with it. I mean, you'll get some hit back and stuff like that otherwise, but I don't know. It's a weird choice. Because even like, I watch Last Man Standing, and one of the main, there's been 2 times I think, maybe 3, where like one of the main characters, they swapped out in between seasons for a new actor or actress.
Yeah.
And then they just go with it. And there's one major time when I'm like, man, I just don't like the new one. But I've grown more to where I'm like, well, you know, she's okay. But I don't know.
I mean, with the Batwoman season 1, I mean, I'm not in the reactions, but I watched it and I liked it more as it went on, certainly. But this feels like a real hard reset for something that's only a season in.
Yeah.
You know?
Like
I mean, if it was
rebranded
the Flash and Grant Gustin was gone, they're like, all right, well, we're going to do Kid Flash now. I'm like, okay. Or, you know, but if they're going to do like a character that's not from the comic books and they're going to have that person be the Flash, I'd be like, but you have so many options. Why not just have like another Bat family character?
And what they ended with too, like left some things open where it's like, oh man. But if you're just gonna replace a character, not even replace the actor, but like, okay, that character's gone. There's a new character here. Yeah. There's motivations of other characters that wasn't fully wrapped up. That I'm like, well, then what are you gonna do with these characters? But if you replaced it with a new actress,
they're still there.
Now you can just
those people aren't out of work.
You can continue that storyline. You know, like now what happens? So, unless their hope is that they bring in someone new as a new character and convince her to come back, but I don't know if that's I don't know.
That doesn't
I mean,
sound like what you're going to do.
I don't know. I don't know that I would go that route then.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, at least from an outside perspective, to see what they do and how people respond to it. But you know, Batwoman did not get a lot of good press when it started.
Yeah.
The marketing kind of fell flat to a lot of comic book fans, and you know, I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I had problems with it in the beginning, but I got to the point where I'm like, I'm kind of liking this. Some of these other characters that aren't Kate Kane, I'm really interested in, you know?
Yeah,
and now
for
it
sure.
seems like, well, we're not going to have Kate Kane, and how the hell are you going to do these other characters? Because she's kind of important to them, you know?
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
I don't know what you do.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like, if she wasn't the main character...
Mm-hmm.
I
I mean,
don't know.
yeah.
The other thing, too, is, like, if she was going to... And maybe that's it. If she's going to be there for an episode or two to
Yeah.
where you can pass it off because she has to leave
Yeah.
or something, could maybe make it more sense and work. But
Yeah.
if they're just not going to have her at all, and I imagine that's how it's going to be, from
I
what
mean,
I've heard...
it's similar. We haven't had a chance to talk about it on the podcast, but the actor that played
Are you talking about...
what's his name?
Are we talking about Flash? or what are we
Flash,
talking
yeah.
about? Hartley?
Hartley Sawyer, I think is his name, that played Ralph in that show. Like, he is not like the main draw to the show. If he's just gone from next season, yeah, we're gonna lose. Like, oh, we had all that set up with Sue and Sue
different
Dearborn.
characters
But
and stuff,
if
too,
it's
and-
gone, I won't be like, well, that's kind of the point of the show. So, I mean, like in that situation, it's just so much different. I don't know. It's so weird that a show like this, like Batwoman, has lost like its main thing, and it
Yeah.
seems like it's going to shake up, and they're going like a whole different direction.
Yeah.
And I wish them the best. I hope the actress is awesome. I'm assuming she'll need a new suit and all that stuff. So
Yeah. I'm
maybe
hoping-
it'll be for the best. Who
Hopefully
knows?
it goes well. I thought, like, season 1, like, as far as, like, most improved.
Yeah.
Lots of times I don't see much improvement in a season. I see improvement in future seasons.
Mhm.
And I thought everything in Batwoman got better as it went along, all the
Yeah.
way from, like, choreography to, like, chemistry between actors and
Sure.
stuff like that. Like, I just felt like a lot of it just improved through the season. So
Yeah.
it sucks that that's going to happen, and I don't know. Hopefully they do well and they can figure some things out, and I don't know.
We'll see.
That's weird. Weird.
But now you know.
I do
Yep.
now, yeah.
Be a hell of a shock. The reaction, you just
It
knew
would have
nothing.
It would have been.
And then you're just like,
Shouldn't have-
all right, so what are they doing with Kate?
Well-
Who's this?
What's this? Why are they doing this?
It'd be like Metal Gear Solid 2 all over again.
Yeah, but that you'll get handoffing and stuff happening, you know? Like
Yeah.
this, I don't know if you'll get anything. I'm not sure.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, they just like constantly shoot the old Batwoman like from the back, and then, oh, I can't do this anymore. Here you go.
So I don't know. Maybe they'll.
It just seems weird, like,
Try
'cause,
to
you
bring
know,
her back.
a huge part of that first season is that Bruce Wayne is gone. There's not a Batman. There's a Batwoman now.
Yeah,
And now it's going to be like, there ain't no Batwoman now either.
This town
And
is
now
just
we lost
fucked.
those two, so here's another handoff. It's like, one season in, all right. Maybe that's just be the thing. They just
every
keep
season's
leaving.
a new Bat person.
Yeah.
Well,
I just
mean,
like there's so many like
Doctor
amazing
Who had
like,
one season before they recast.
I wonder if they'll 2.5 Men style and just like kill her off screen.
I don't know.
But Calvin, you say that, but they also replaced an
Oh,
actor
yeah.
with the same character. But I mean, they've said that up before.
Yeah.
You know, if you just replace that same character with an actor rather than putting in a new one, that's the weirdest thing is replacing not the actor, not like okay, you're gonna now
You're
be
changing the
now you are
focus of the
Kate
show.
Kane, and we'll have you go forward as Kate Kane, and we'll continue the stories we were telling. Now
Yeah.
it's all right, Kate Kane. Just leaving, gone, missing, whatever.
Was
Yeah.
never here to
Bruce
begin
Wayne
with.
came and kidnapped. I don't know. You know,
and
like,
unfortunately, like they missed that whole like excuse that they could easily write in, which was Crisis messed a lot of things up. you
yeah,
know?
because she was there to fix
I
crisis.
know, I know.
You know, like
So
I don't know.
we'll see. I'll remain open to it at the very least.
Trying to
We'll
think
see.
of times it's went well.
Well, I mean, definitely in terms of you mean in terms of like recasting or
Yeah.
a total shift because you guys haven't seen Spartacus, but Spartacus they had to recast because unfortunately
right.
the original actor passed away, and I thought it was just as good. I mean, I love.
They did a
both
pretty
those
good job
guys.
with it.
So that one was the one where I'm like, All right, yeah, I bought it. I mean, it sucks that it happened. Andy Whitfield, I think, was his name that passed away.
Andy
and then
passed, and
Liam McIntyre.
Liam was the one who took the role.
Yeah.
But they also he was struggling with this illness and stuff, and then they made a prequel series to buy time to try to figure out if he could get better and how he was doing, because they were trying to work with him the best they could until he passed and he was sad.
I mean, Liam was amazing. Stepping into that role, but it didn't lessen my enjoyment of the show. But it's certainly you feel it, when you're rewatching.
I'm
it.
sure, yeah.
And they have just one of the best at the end of the day, saying no, this role was his, in that show. So maybe one day that'll come up and you guys can watch Spartacus.
I really want
heavily edited for sex.
Is it worse than Game of Thrones?
Oh yeah, it was on Stars, baby.
Yep, it was.
They were like, we need people to get stars. What do we got? It's like, well,
Sex sells.
Straight up sex scenes. Let's do it.
Black Sails was on Stars. It wasn't that bad.
There was some.
Yeah, it had Blackbeard.
Oh man,
Season 1 went way more, but there was some.
Spartacus
is way crazier.
No, it's not. It's not as weird as The Room.
All right.
This is the Romans. That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah.
They did all kinds of shit.
But yeah, there'd be a lot of blurring for YouTube. Definitely.
As long as we don't have Lano, like he did my what was it, Outlast playthrough, where he put our faces
Oh yeah,
just swinging
over top of
funny.
Positions of different things.
Yeah.
Like one time I looked down and there's some kind of thing he covered up with Calvin's face going and I looked down ew. What? It was funny. So.
All right. Are you guys set up to watch some trailers?
I can.
Is that a thing we can do?
I suppose.
momentarily.
So we missed Ubisoft's play event, although I have one that's before that, unless we wanted to do it separately. The first one on the list. But the Ubisoft play stuff, it happened over the weekend. We didn't get to watch it live.
Okay.
So what am I do?
Do we want to start with the first one, or do we want to make a separate thing for that?
I don't know what that is. I don't know what any of these are. I haven't looked at anything for the stuff yet. This one doesn't look like Ubisoft. Does it?
No, the first one isn't.
What the hell? He's in it?
All right. We'll just go and watch the first one.
All right.
We'll just go down the list.
You're talking about this Netflix thing, right?
So the first one, is Netflix Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy.
Oh. Okay. Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy. So this is a movie for Netflix, or going to be 3 movies? I'm not sure.
I assume so.
Yeah.
All I know is that this trailer exists.
Okay. Well, let's check it out. I'm ready to hit play when you guys
I
are.
suppose I am ready.
I am also ready.
Hang on. I am not ready.
Rick is not ready.
Rick, you're the one who said
So
this idea.
Transformers. I never watched the old Transformers cartoon. Never played with the toys. I've seen a couple of the movies.
I
I've
watched
seen-
a show about toys of Transformers.
Yeah, I've
Good.
seen the Shia LaBeouf
Yeah.
Transformers movies.
I've seen those.
And the one with Marky Mark.
Which
Yeah.
one? Because there's 2 or 3 of those, right?
The first one in the barn. And
I think we got a
possibly
Transformer.
the
That
second one in with the dinosaurs. I don't know. I'm not
with the dinosaurs.
a question mark.
I
I'm
watched
not
Bumblebee
sure.
recently.
I may
Bumblebee
have
was
seen
pretty good.
parts of them.
Bumblebee was good.
I like
And
Bumblebee.
I'm ready when you are.
I haven't seen.
You ready,
Bumblebee.
Rick?
Yep.
All right. Somebody count down.
All right, we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Cybertron is in ruins.
So loud.
Fear was lost.
I love that sound.
Optimus. At this
Oh.
moment, we must focus on surviving as a race, not winning a war.
He looks pretty good.
Yet again,
Anime series, baby.
escalated this conflict
Oh,
to the
okay.
point where we must answer their aggression with force. I empower you, Decepticons.
I do like the art style. The animation makes me feel like early 90s animation, like Reboot. There's something about the way they move.
Looks pretty cool. It almost looks like they're animating with like toys, doing like motion capture and then like drawing over top of it.
Haha!
Ah!
Boom. That's cool.
Freedom.
Yep.
We must not allow Megatron to find the Allspark. With it, he will destroy.
That's pretty good, Rick.
Yeah, it looks
It
good.
looks cool.
To win, and that's gonna get you all killed.
The Autobots fight for the day. We no longer have to fight.
This was not the life I imagined for us.
It's a life worth fighting for.
Still inspires me. 30 years later,
Siege.
however long it's been.
So is it any of the original voice actors?
That Optimus sounds
Optimus
original.
was the original.
I was-
Bumblebee sounds like the Bumblebee that I've heard before. Megatron was different.
Yeah. The Megatron that I'm familiar with is Hugo Weaving.
Wow.
Where is the cube?
Prime!
But yeah, it looks kind of darker. Like it reminds me of Sonic Saturday Morning,
Okay.
where like it's about this underground resistance or whatever fighting against this tyranny,
Yeah.
which I think is a really cool idea. Like I have wanted to see Transformers that don't involve humans at all, and this looks like it could be it.
So people
I was
are
gonna
saying
say-
all new cast. That it's not
All new. No, that
Really?
is- he does a very good Optimus.
He does.
Good for him.
I mean, I'm like I said, I'm not the biggest Transformers fan. I'm sure people that are saw that and like, oh, it looks awesome. Let's do that. Because what I didn't see was any like people running around and having like relationship problems.
Yeah.
Which that was good. You know?
Yeah.
Just some robots shooting some guns and shit. That sounds cool.
Transformers, the only experience I had when I was younger before the movies was Beast Wars.
Yeah, Beast Wars.
I used to watch that, which that was like, I mean, the animation was pretty good back then, but everything was, I watch it now, I'm like, man, everything's so empty.
Yeah.
There's nothing in this world.
Yep.
There's
Yeah,
the Transformers, the Decepticons, and that's
Yep.
it. You know, like, it's weird. But
It's
I liked it. I had
Yeah,
fun with it.
I love watching old cartoons like that. Honestly.
Yeah.
Like the old. I've been watching a lot of X-Men on Disney Plus.
The old X-Men?
Yep.
Yep. Dude, I was watching that a little bit with the kids, and I'm like, the hell's what the fuck's his Morpho or I'm like, there's some guy. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? I don't remember this guy
Yeah.
ever. And then like, I don't know. I
deserve-
watched a little bit more, and I'm like, oh, I remember now.
I don't know why I didn't realize when I was a kid. Just like Jesus, they draw Rogue to look good.
Oh.
I was too young to
Yeah.
appreciate it. Now as an adult, I'm like Jesus.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's all I have to say.
I'm noticing that a lot in One Piece.
Uh huh.
Like they will focus on different parts of the female characters than they will some of the other.
Is it like Code Geass?
I mean, I've noticed that in anime, Rick. Like, there's very times in animes where like they'll do a shot. I'm like, why'd they show that part when this person started
Why
talking?
not, Aaron?
And I'm
Why
like,
not?
that was a weird shot. Like, they'll always do, like, over the shoulder for the man talking,
Yeah.
and then they'll
Yeah.
do, like, behind the butt for the female talking, and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right.
It
A lot of
doesn't
video
always
games
happen,
do that too.
but-
But
Like,
there was something
Mass
we were
Effect is
watching,
guilty of that.
something we were watching recently, and, like, this girl started talking, and they just showed from, like, the hips down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why?
It's just a cross shot.
For what?
Was it Fate Zero?
It might have been. There was some shot recently in an anime we were watching, and I'm just like, that's weird. I think I looked over at Eric and like, and
Yep.
he's just like, but yeah.
It's so interesting because Fate Zero has been an anime that I'm like, wow, man, the lore in this, and it's so interesting. I'm really enjoying it. And then Rick tells me apparently this started its life as a hentai game.
An H game, yeah.
I was like, really?
What did Fate did?
Fate
Yeah.
Zero. Fate started as a H game, they call it.
I don't know why when people say hentai and stuff, my first thought immediately goes to tentacles. And I'm like, no, that's tentacle hentai. I have to, in my mind, start distinguishing the difference.
That's a
I can't route
subdivision.
your mind.
I don't know. You said hentai. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, there's no tentacles in that at all.
But I mean, you know,
I understand Sword Art Online.
I was like, how interesting. But you know what? It's good. Who cares? You know?
Yeah, like the writer didn't write it that way, but
Yeah.
the game producers or the company that paid for everything thought it would sell better if they added those things in. So like the guy that wrote all of the other stuff did not write those scenes. He couldn't bring himself to write them.
Yeah.
So someone else did.
Gotcha.
And they've been removed from subsequent versions of the game. But.
All right. Well, no. Otherwise, though, getting back to the Transformers thing, I think it looks pretty cool. I like the animation style. I like the looks because they remind me of like old like images I've seen. Like I said, I never really watched the old movie and stuff too, and you know all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the original movie is amazing. And
But
I mean,
I watched the original movie with a friend because he loved it so much. But I remember just thinking like, I don't know any that says, is that Orson Welles?
It
was.
It was. Yeah.
But no, it looks cool. I like the style of this.
Evie and I have been watching through G1 Transformers, which is the original series, and she is really loving it too. So I'm excited to maybe watch this with her.
Yeah.
G1.
Well, what else do we got?
What's the next one?
Well, the next one is going to come from the Ubisoft Play event. This one is Hyperscape, which is a battle royale.
Okay.
I've heard about this.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything on it yet, really, though, but I've heard about it. I think it's in beta now, though, isn't it? Or something?
I believe so.
I'm ready when you are.
Oh, I better put my headphones on.
All right. You all ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1, play.
Hello, contender. Welcome to Hyperscape. Our new fast-paced battle royale.
This is Ubisoft?
Ubisoft Battle Royale. It's got like
verticality.
Yeah.
Up to 100 players will compete in a variety of
100 players.
Squad and solo crown rush are the main modes where battle royale champions are
Battle
crowned.
Royale. Okay.
Neo Arcadia is a virtual, shimmering city designed to encourage vertical mobility and fast-paced combat situations.
Vertical. Cool.
From sky-high towers to deadly interiors, you will constantly need to adapt your fighting styles.
Looks kind of like Halo almost, in the movement of it, like the floatiness.
Once the battle begins,
I've seen some gameplay. It's not quite as like smoothed as that.
You will be able to drop in any part of the map, so pick your drop spot wisely. Hit the ground running, because you'll start with only a melee weapon.
No.
There is like double jumping, I think, too.
Contain abundant caches of gear, but high
Limelight
brings the chance of high reward. Gear is found inside
I do like their
buildings,
equipment
hosted
leveling
vertical
system, though.
barricades, and inside supply crates located around the map.
Mm-hmm.
They work in teams, or is this more of a...
Just solo and squads, both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gear and enemies. You'll discover the different environments create diverse gameplay.
You can see their health.
opportunities and challenges. Your competition may come from any angle.
I do like the idea of that verticality on the rooftops and stuff. That's cool.
Every battle in Hyperscape is a fresh experience where you leverage
Oh,
the
you're dead.
varied arsenal you will find in Neo Arcadia. Your loadout is not determined by the character you choose, but by the weapons and hacks you loot.
Huh.
Most games don't want
From
hacks.
assault weapons to powerful energy blasters, there is a tool
Jeez.
for any playstyle. Hacks are game-changing abilities
Hacks.
used around the map.
Yeah.
Grant skills for
So you can have like super jump and you can build walls and
You
stuff like
hacker.
that.
2 weapons and 2 hacks and swap
It's just
them
because you're bad, Aaron.
to change your strategy. The choice is in your hands.
He's a ball.
Yep.
Morph ball.
If you find a copy of a weapon or hack you already have in your possession, you can fuse it, creating an upgraded version.
Yeah, that's what I really like. Is instead of finding like a purple or a gold level weapon, if you find a duplicate of that weapon that you already have, it levels it up to the next rarity, which is really cool.
As you discover your footing in the Hyperscape, your squad will be there to help you. Use the ping system to sync with your squad and warn them of potential threats or alert them to potential resources.
Shoot him in the head.
If an enemy manages to take you out, the battle is not over.
So how
At
effective do we
0
think knives are in
you'll
this
become
game?
An echo, and you can help your squad by scouting.
An
ahead.
echo.
What?
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
When enemies are eliminated, a restore point appears in that spot.
That's cool.
Find a restore point, and your squad mates can bring you back into the fight.
Well, okay.
So you have to kill an
You
enemy
have
and
to kill
use
someone
their.
else to bring back your friend.
As your game master, one of my favorite tasks is to keep things lively by triggering battle events, such as the infinite ammo event or the low gravity
Infinite
event.
ammo event.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different events that you
No,
can
my
do.
audio all went
Viewers on
weird.
Twitch,
Hey,
cool.
that's cool.
Yeah, Twitch integration.
So remember to play the ground. Keep an eye on your map contender. As the match progresses, sectors will decay and collapse throughout Neo Arcadia. If you're too late reaching a safe area, you will take damage over time and may be exposed to enemy attacks.
It'd be fun if it actually collapsed.
Right? Like the pixels just broke down and you fell through the map.
Enter the showdown.
That'd be cool.
The hyperscape crown will spawn in the final remaining sector. From here, you have 2 different paths to victory. Become the sole survivors or hold on to the crown for 45 seconds.
Oh.
My audio went all off, Rick. I'm rebooting my banana.
Oh,
So
that's it.
you can, when the last zone is activated, you can
Fixed it.
win by 2 ways. You can either
The-
win by last man standing or by holding a hyperspace crown for 45 seconds.
Okay. I say the very end glitched out for me on audio. It sounded like jarbled,
Yeah.
so I had to reboot my banana to be able to send it over. to
Oh,
Rick.
gotcha.
I was waiting because it was messed up for me, but I was looking at chat and like maybe it's not messed up for them, but it messed up for them too.
Yeah.
Well, it's got some different mechanics that looks interesting.
You are now
Yeah, I love the verticality of it. I mean, I love Quake 3 Arena and Unreal Tournament. Like, I have missed those sort of shooters where it's not just like everything taking place on one level, or like, you know, you might have high points because of buildings and stuff, but just the ability of your character to be mobile.
Yeah. I mean, I've played like PUBG and I played Apex and I played different things, and I mean, having something new. This one, I don't know.
Warzone.
Depending on how it plays, I might be getting too old. It might be too fast paced for me. You know, I don't know. Like,
It's not going to be faster paced than Quake 3, I can tell you.
Too old for this.
I don't know. But it looks interesting. I like some of the upgrading mechanics and stuff too. It's kind of cool. I liked also the different, like, there was like a gravity thing and an infinite ammo thing and a little game mechanic. Like, that's kind of cool to change it up and make it a little different every time you play it. And it's not always the same. Like, that's cool. I like that.
What I don't like, and I don't like in any games, and this is true for board games as well, is when they take something that has a name and then give it their own name. Like, just call it power-ups. Don't call it hacks.
What?
It's one of my pet peeves.
No, the hacks.
I just don't want to have to learn a new terminology every time I want to play a game.
Rick, you're not gonna play this game. It's an online game.
I mean, I play Vermintide. Some.
Not,
right.
You don't play
It's-
online. You play with your friends.
Yeah, it's a
right.
co-op
Online.
game.
He's
That
right.
doesn't count, Rick.
It's
It
barely
kinda
more than a
counts.
couch
It's online.
co-op.
I know.
Doesn't count. But no, looks interesting. Maybe I'll check it out at some point. I'm pretty sure the beta was going on now or so.
Yeah,
on
I know
PC and stuff.
that. I know that there's
Okay.
some bigger streamers who have gotten to play it already.
Can I stab someone with a knife?
You start
Well,
with
you
melee
start with
weapons.
That's all
melee
we care
weapon,
about.
so-
That's what we're gonna do,
There
baby.
you go. Knife fight.
Knife fight.
All right.
Imagine that'll be extra difficult with the verticality, but all the more rewarding.
Or
Better.
better at ambushing people from the sky. We can attack from the sun.
Yeah, the sun at your back.
Everyone's blind spot.
Everyone's blind.
All right, let's go to this next one, which I'm very excited about. You guys probably not quite so much. This is Werewolf the Apocalypse
wait.
Earthblood.
This is inappropriate for some viewers.
Should I proceed?
I'm proceeding.
All right. I understand. I proceed.
Did you guys get that option? I didn't get that option.
Yeah, you're young.
Weird. Huh? You guys are young?
Yeah, it gave it to us twice for you because you're so young.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I had to click through it twice.
Now this, now that I'm looking at it, okay, never mind. All right,
So-
I'm ready.
This is an interesting setup we have because we're not on Discord, so I can't hear you guys with my headphones in. I see all you guys have.
Well, you never
like,
want to be on Discord.
I got
Eric.
one here on, one here up, and I'm over here going like half on, half off, trying to figure it out because I only got one to work with.
Do you want to be in Discord?
No, we got one more.
You always complain about Discord. You're like, I don't want to be on Discord.
We
All
might have
right.
to do more.
This is a hell of a thing.
This is what
All right.
happens.
This is what happens. This is what you get, Eric.
All right, so we're gonna watch the
Werewolf the
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse Earthblood.
Yep.
Gameplay trailer.
Thank you, Calvin.
All right, start in 3, 2, 1, go.
I did it early because of the delay you have, Eric. Why is mine glitching? Wait,
it
are you
does
supposed
that.
to be glitching?
I mean, it sounds
Everyone's-
like metal.
Yeah.
Pretty good
Ugh.
battle.
Wait,
Okay, that was a wolf.
I
is that
think
Vin
that's
Diesel?
no. This isn't Triple X.
It looked like Vin Diesel.
So you become a werewolf,
You become
Okay.
Vin Diesel.
and then you turn into a muscular man,
Look at the robots.
and you throw dogs at
This
machines.
is not what I expected.
This
Why
is
are
not
there
what I
robots?
expected either. Were you expecting like werewolf, like One Night Werewolf?
No, I was thinking of.
Hang on. Eric can't hear you guys. Stop talking. Jeez.
Oh,
Jeez.
punch in his throat.
Looks like older beasts.
Oh, that old guy is cool as fuck looking.
I'm in. Guy turns into a werewolf and fights robots.
All right, well that is much different than what I was expecting. I was expecting because they're also making a new Vampire the Masquerade,
Yes.
which so all these games are based off from tabletop games by world in a series called World of Darkness.
Yeah.
Right? And it takes like mythological creatures and puts them in a modern setting. So you have vampires, you have werewolves, you have mages, you have
Well-
Prometheus.
They put werewolves in a fairly modern setting, Rick. There were robots.
Yeah, so
There were
I
there were like
figured
mech
it would
units.
be more of an RPG like Vampires the Masquerade is. But this appears to be more of an action game.
Yeah, that's like a hack and slash.
with metal.
Lots of metal.
So it looks pretty
looks-
cool.
it
It's
looks
not
interesting. I
all
liked-
what I was expecting.
There was like a stealthy mechanic, it looked like, too, where he was like a little wolf.
Yeah,
Not like a werewolf, but like
Yeah.
a wolf, like sneaking around.
because
Twilight
he
And then
had
he
like
to tear the face off another
Yeah.
wolf.
he tore the face off another werewolf, but
Oh, he
it
totally
looked
did.
like he picked up like a regular wolf and threw it at one of like the mechs.
I think it was a guy.
I don't think it had a tail. I'm pretty sure it was a dog.
I think it was a
Well,
guy.
so werewolves can only be harmed in the World of Darkness universe by Silver and by other werewolves.
Yeah, that's true of all werewolves, Rick. I'm sorry.
So
Why is it lagging?
yeah, really interesting that they would make it into just this straight sort of action game.
So, I mean, what do you mean? Like, were you wanting, like, turn-based werewolf mechanics or something? Or?
Well, like in Vampire the Masquerade, for example, like it plays more like a Deus Ex sort of game.
Okay.
Almost in that you can fight, but it's not really the point of it.
Yeah.
Where I guess werewolves are a little more combative than
I
vampires
mean, that's
usually.
if you're playing a werewolf game. I mean, I guess like stay away so I don't bite the people I love, but the rest of it is bite the people you don't love.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, so at least in the version that I'm familiar with, they are guarding these like gates to the magic realm, kind
Okay.
of, and so they're very territorial, and it's their job to ensure like balance in the world.
Yeah.
Kind
Okay.
of. And so like vampires want to take that and become powerful themselves usually, and werewolves are kind of their check against it. And like we need to
Gotcha.
protect nature and the natural order of things. So you know, a lot of times they'll fight against each other. And I didn't see any vampires in there. It'll be interesting to see if they have it. But yeah, seems pretty cool.
Okay.
Very cool.
Well, it looks
Then we got
interesting.
one more.
Ah.
Well, you have two more, Rick.
Do
but
I?
you didn't post the second one. Because there's one more that we should watch
We're watching this one first.
that I don't see.
Oh
Well-
yeah, you're right. There is one more that I haven't posted. So yeah, we're gonna watch the Far Cry 6 official reveal trailer.
Okay. Sweet. I wonder who's going to be in this.
Hang on, I'm
It's a big thumbnail. I'm excited.
Yeah.
gonna close out of a few things here because my stuff was acting weird.
Is it like lagging and being shitty and everything?
Yeah, it was acting weird. All right, hopefully that works.
Ready when you are.
Yes.
I'm
3,
ready.
2, 1, go. That all looked very familiar.
It's beautiful,
Oh, that voice.
I know
There he
that
is.
but useless. I have something. Give me a chance.
What?
The grenade is simple. It has 4 basic parts. The shell, which contains the explosive, Diffuse, the handler, and of course,
DP.
What are you doing?
Keep it.
Hold that handle.
breathe. The pin simply holds the handle in place. It is only when you let go that this grenade goes boom.
Teaching him how to cook.
Follow me.
Well, what else you gonna do? I'm gonna go find that pin.
Now,
I'm gonna throw a grenade at you.
I'd be too afraid to throw a
I just
grenade
want to
at
do
him.
models.
I am El Presidente.
El Presidente.
Means that someday you will be El
It's like
Presidente
Tropico.
Oh,
and our people.
so it's not a voted presidency.
No. It's, well, it is. It's just controlled.
Noise, indecision, strangled by their own freedoms. And even if you have love in your heart, even if you want what's best for them, if you only want to save them from themselves, they will hate you, Diego.
I'd look at one of those guards back here. Hold
Everything you
this.
say, do, believe, will be wrong.
Fuck that.
Damn.
Watch it. My dad has one of those lighters. It's awesome.
They will answer you with screams. Call you evil. A monster. And give you this.
What?
So you tell me, are you evil?
Is he gonna throw the grenade up over there?
Are you a monster? Because our country is like this grenade, except it has two basic parts. Our people. And you must clutch them nice and tight, or we all go boom.
Damn. Shit. His shield's on fire.
Do you understand now? Prove it.
Oh,
Prove it.
jeez.
Clutch him tight. What?
That's a hell of a trailer.
Yeah. Man, even digital form to me commands the scene.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's one of my favorite actors.
Like I get what he
Giancarlo
says. I don't know
Esposito.
if I understand. Am I throwing this at people?
I
Can
think
you
he's
be a little more clear?
It was the moment he's like, prove it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but you just told me to hold on tight and clutch him, right?
Yeah. So
Yes.
I've never played Far Cry, but I've seen it being played. It's different, right? Have you guys played Far Cry?
So I've played 1,
3.
2, and 3 to completion.
Yeah.
I started 4 and it lost my interest, and I never tried 5.
I own 5. I promised Aramaic that with my long hair, I would do a cosplay of the villain while playing it.
that preacher guy. Like it's
Yeah.
like a first-person shooter, right?
Yeah, it's a first.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a first-person game. It takes the whole Ubisoft open world formula,
Yeah.
where you have lookout points that reveal the map. You have like little camp areas that you need to take over in order to take control of different areas. Like it does the thing that all Ubisoft games kind of do, and I just kind of got tired of that formula after a while.
Sure.
Like even though the story in 4 seemed kind of interesting, it wasn't interesting enough for me to get over that. I mean, 5 looked like it strayed from that formula a little bit, and I'm curious how much this one will as
Yeah.
well.
I mean, hey, in terms of a cinematic trailer, that was pretty good.
No,
Really
it looked
good.
great.
Yeah, that was
Quality-wise,
amazing.
it was good.
Yeah.
I have, it doesn't show much. Like I don't know who you play in the game,
Yeah.
but I imagine you run around this country doing something. But are you the kid grown up more? Or are you someone fighting against the president? Is the kid part of the plot?
I don't know.
It could go
Well,
any
that's
of
kind
those
of the
ways.
thing too. Is I thought Far Cry 3 and 4 both had like good villains, but there was just really nothing to the player character. Like it was almost just sort of a vessel for you. Like there was nothing really interesting about their stories, I found. But the villains were pretty interesting.
Which one was it with the one guy who like kicks you into the water? Was that 4?
4 was in like the Himalayas.
There's one like at an island area, and there's a bald guy. He's sitting there talking. I remember the trailer.
I think that was 3.
Was it 3?
I think
3.
I haven't played it. I'm just
I don't know
trying to remember from like trailers and cutscenes and
It
stuff
might have
that
been
I've seen.
3, and I might have played 2 then or something. I remember playing 1. And it's like in this like, I think you were in Africa.
In 3, yeah.
You were in Africa in 3. Well, then it
Well,
couldn't have
actually, maybe 2 and 3. I'm trying to remember now.
2 you are in Africa. Okay, so I played 2.
Okay.
And then 3 then was the next one that I remember this one guy. I think he was like bald, kind of skinny and stuff. He's talking to you and stuff. He's kind of a crazy villainy dude. And he kicks like this rock or something like that, and it's attached to a rope attached to you, and you go flying into like this hole off this cliff.
Yeah,
it was great. I was like, man, that looks like fun, but I never played it.
He had like a mohawk though, didn't he?
Yeah.
Maybe he had a mohawk.
He's the guy that's sitting like crisscross
Yeah.
applesauce with like a gun, and he's like wiping his
Crisscross
chin or something like that.
Yeah, there was another Far Cry where like you got like animal, like it was like Far Cry Primal or something, right? Or Instincts or something.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah.
There was that, and there was also
That was cool.
Far Cry Blood Dragon, which starred Michael Biehn, the guy from Terminator and Alien. And it took place in like this cyberpunk thing. It was like a send up to 80s movies, basically.
Huh.
It was its own standalone thing. Yeah, 3 is a vacation gone wrong.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one I'm thinking of then.
So, yeah, I mean, like for me, pretty much all the long-running Ubisoft franchises lost my interest, but I'm waiting for the day when they've changed enough that I'm back in, kind of thing.
I mean, this one looks interesting, and I love. I want to call him Gus. I can't remember his real name. The actor.
Giancarlo.
Yeah, like I love-
Giancarlo Esposito.
Like, if I hadn't seen him in the thumbnail, hearing his voice, I'd have been like, "Hey, that's Gus."
Yeah.
You know, like that's him right there. You're like, he's great. I loved him in some other shows and stuff that we've seen. But
Yeah.
it'd be cool. Like especially like if he's the main villain, you got to fight against him. Like that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to finish the game.
So what do you guys think about, like, famous voice actors? Like, would you prefer that character to look like the actor, or would you prefer that character to look like its own character?
They might as well make him look like the actor.
Yeah?
I mean, especially if they're going to be doing like
Motion capture.
performance.
There's
and
so
stuff.
much in the performance of an actor that is nonverbal. I feel like you're wasting like 50% of that talent by only using their voice.
I suppose that's true.
But I don't think it matters. I mean, if you're using that person because of who they are, you might as well make them look like that. You know?
Yeah.
But I mean, then you get other people like Steve Bloom, right? Who just does voice
yeah.
work. It doesn't matter what the character looks like. He's making a voice for that character, you know?
But
But I feel like this one here, you're wanting that voice, you're wanting that actor portrayed in this, and that's part of the draw. So there's no point in this kind of scenario changing it. But I could see like a different character where he's voicing and looks different or something.
Yeah. But the difference there is Steve Bloom is a voice actor,
Yeah, no,
whereas
exactly. If you're just getting an
Giancarlo,
actor-
he's a live action actor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's
Yeah.
no point in making him look different, in my opinion, for this, unless you're looking at like something like having Steve Bloom, where like that guy is there for voices. He's there to make a character have a voice.
Yeah.
Whereas this, you're getting the actor. If you get, I don't know, name any actor, especially if they're going to be known for like their voice and what they look like. You know, you don't get Morgan Freeman to do a voice, then you make the character look entirely different, probably. You know, most likely there's not even a character; he's just narrating.
I mean, like,
Most of the time, yeah.
sometimes I find it distracting, though.
Really?
Especially if it's just the one character who is like a real person and everyone else is just like computer models and they're voiced.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess. I mean, if this was real, and that's the only actor you know, the other people are just actors. You know, like how do you know that little boy there doesn't look like that, and doesn't sound like that? You know?
I don't know.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you don't.
I honestly, I think about it so little. I don't even think about it at that point. You know, hopefully the game is engrossing enough where it's just that's what it is. You know,
Yeah.
you're not thinking about that, so we'll see. But I mean, you know, I tell you what, they definitely marketed it on that. You know.
Oh yeah. Sure.
I mean, you know, it was kind of like when Hitman did the Sean Bean thing, where it's like kill Sean Bean, and it's like that's a great idea. You know.
No, it's
Yeah.
great.
You want to kill him. You know.
Well,
But
it's like getting
it's kind of
Chris-
spoilers.
It's also like getting Christopher Walken for your movie. You know,
Yeah.
like Christopher Walken's gonna be your movie, not to be a new character. He's gonna be Christopher Walken. You know, like
Yeah.
that's who he is typically anymore. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Well, I guess for me, just
or like Robotnik, right?
sure.
Like that was Jim Carrey. Like that was the best they could come up with, I guess, for that. But he felt like Jim Carrey, even though like you were talking about like what Robotnik should feel like, and like maybe he'll go into that, but it felt like Jim Carrey. So I don't know, and sometimes it works. Sometimes
I
it
guess
doesn't.
for me, it's just like in animation and video games. Like I usually get attached to them more because they aren't real people.
That makes no sense to me.
It's
The
'cause he
closest I can
can't-
think of is that you can like relate because now you can put yourself in there more easily because it's not a real person. That's the closest I can think of, you know, like.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway,
We got one left.
as far as this trailer, I think this trailer looks really good. I'm interested in that. But yeah, we have one more trailer we need to check out.
We do.
I will put it in Discord.
We do.
It's not already there.
Is that a scroll wheel? Jesus.
There it is.
Yep.
Ah, ooh,
Is that the
I'm
same one you have,
interested
Aaron?
in this.
I don't have any.
It's in Discord.
Aha. Yeah.
I'm interested. Let's check
All
this
right.
out.
So this is Assassin's Creed Valhalla official gameplay trailer from
Ooh, 5
Ubisoft
minutes.
Forward.
Alrighty,
I am ready when you are.
let's check it out.
Trying to make sure all my stuff is actually working and it's not glitching or nothing.
Headset.
Leave my desktop alone. All right.
You ready?
I guess it's
Looks
good.
like
Sure.
it's muted, Aaron. Is that
Huh? Yeah, I'm muted.
okay?
All right. 5, 4,
No,
3.
stop. I tried to click my screen and
I
everything
thought
went
you said
crazy.
you were ready.
Well, I was. Rick fucked me. No,
It's a 5.
I went to
Jesus.
I went to click on something.
Well,
All right,
I
let's
was
start.
giving him some extra
let-
Three,
seconds.
2, 1, play.
In-game
All
footage,
right.
work in progress.
I haven't seen any of this. This is cool.
Ubisoft.
In Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you will relive the epic saga of the Viking invasion of England.
Ooh,
Alrighty.
Wait, you
neato.
did that in game night.
You play as Eivor, a Viking from Norway, who will lead his or her battle.
Okay, you can
His
be a
or
man or a woman.
North Sea to the British Isles. Eivor is driven by an ambitious goal to build a thriving Norse settlement in a hostile land.
Good of our plan. It is time we go a Viking.
That's cool.
Today we raise, that tomorrow we may build.
England is a dark age tangle of broken kingdoms and warring dynasties, a land of opportunity and riches. As you
least they gave him a
prowl
warning.
rivers by longship, you may raid locations you spot from the shoreline.
That's pretty cool.
Ground your ship and blow your
So it's
horn
with
to lead
a
your raiding
crew
crews
all the
back.
time then. I wonder if there's
Oh,
any,
they're
like-
burning the place down.
Yeah, thatch roof. Jesus, the hammer? Jesus.
Yep.
Don't burn the place down. You gotta loot them. Oh, you can revive people?
Your crew will assist you in all your raids, fighting enemies, battering
Whoa.
doors, and stealing cargo too heavy
See?
for one set of arms.
It's gonna be real hard feeling like a hero doing this.
May be used to develop your settlement,
Whoa. Oh, you can develop your settlement. That's cool.
Yeah.
better tools, and
And besides which, these are all Templar settlements, right?
Yeah. Screw these Templar children
Yeah.
and men and women.
Essex. You can build up
East Anglia. There you go.
Pretty
Kattegat.
sure they're just innocent people.
You can build up Kattegat.
Yeah.
In Valhalla, you will find the largest variety.
Jesus, that guy's huge.
That's a big guy.
assembled in an Assassin's Creed game.
Okay, ever assembled. Nice.
Valhalla.
Oh, I shot him in the leg.
Archetype offers a unique.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Some will coordinate with their allies for special attacks, while others will use
Special
nearby
attacks.
objects to
Beating the
target
shit out of you.
Fucking threw a rock. Jesus.
Oh, he
guy
just threw a
guy.
body.
Fuck, man.
attacks. You must find and exploit
Hey, Aaron.
these weaknesses.
This is like Dark Souls.
Take the fight to your foes with a host of
Whoa.
Cool.
combat abilities.
Ooh, rope dart.
Ooh.
Oh,
Jesus.
fuck.
Pummel them with throwing axes.
Oh!
That was a hell of a throw. Okay.
Incapacitate them with the new stun system to keep them at a distance. or finish them off.
Damn.
He beat him with his own shield.
Any two weapons you wish to unleash a deadly
Any two
combination.
weapons you wish? That's cool.
Huh.
Customize your fighting style as you see fit and become a legendary.
Jesus.
Just beating the shit out of him. Fuck.
Did they switch hands?
Not.
All combinations
Well,
of weapons are
they're just
available
using
to
one
you,
over the other, right?
including two shields.
Two
Two shields.
Oh, that's OP.
Can you get two chains?
Can you
So
fly?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Not all situations call for violence.
Okay.
In this new land, a Viking must find a way to adapt.
So this is an Assassin's Creed
As
game.
Eivor is not welcome in England, you may need to outsmart your enemies, avoiding unwanted attention in towns and bustling cities. Use Eivor's hood and cloak to blend with crowds, and slip past watchful eyes. An unseen hunter among the people.
Okay, that's cool. That was kind of missing from the last two Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah.
Was it?
Well, there wasn't a whole lot of like cities that you could really do that in, right?
Rolling hills of England. Exploration is vital to keeping yourself sharp. You must feed off the land if you hope to endure.
Is that fishing?
Hunt and forage to replenish.
Jesus, it's a huge wolf.
Wolf of the
That-
pit.
that's
Oh
why
my
they-
How's it that big?
gosh.
That's why
Oh,
the
he
Irish
just
killed
knee-
them all.
What the hell? That's like a wrestling move.
Yeah.
Learn for new activities and challenges.
Cool.
To strengthen yourself and your settlement.
Cool.
The more you explore, the more of England's secrets you will reveal.
Ravens, shoot! No mercy!
But as you push deeper into England, the enemy will
Want some
push
actual
back.
just straight up
In a series
war
of
stuff here?
Sieging, yeah.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed
That's
Valhalla
cool.
will feature
Yeah.
massive assaults
That's
in
cool.
which you will lead Eivor's army into battle against heavily guarded Saxon fortresses.
Oh, neat. Shooting the drawbridge down.
And tomorrow, we rebuild!
Assassin's Creed Valhalla will transport
Jeez.
you to
Whoa.
wondrous and haunted lands, inspired by Norse myths and England's pagan roots. It will challenge and surprise.
Jeez, that guy's big.
Unforgettable characters, thrilling triumphs, and tragic
Is that
losses,
Alfred?
giving you the chance
Looked like Alfred.
to live your own Viking saga.
Oh.
Oh,
Turned into
shit.
Mortal
Just
Kombat
went
all of a sudden.
fatality.
Oh my gosh, that's like Sniper Elite.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Okay.
November 17th.
Tell you what, it looks interesting. It doesn't. I mean, I've said this a couple times now.
It doesn't scream Assassin's Creed.
It doesn't look like an Assassin's Creed game to me. It looks like a Viking game.
Yeah.
Hey, that's okay with me.
Sure, no, I get you. I mean, you change it up, have fun with it, make something different. You know, the last two. I didn't play the most recent one. I did play Origins or Odyssey or whichever one that was.
Origins
Egypt.
was in Egypt. Odyssey
Yeah, I
was
played
in
that
Greece.
one, and they had some cool, interesting stuff when it came to like leveling a character and stuff. But one thing that it seems like they've addressed here was the lack of different types of enemies. And they said here like this is going to have the most different types of enemies in any game, so
Yeah.
that's cool.
So they're listening to their fan base.
Yeah, but it definitely seems here like it's not just necessarily you going off on this quest or whatever by yourself, because I mean if you're raiding and having armies and stuff, you have a lot of people around you,
Yeah.
which is definitely a shakeup. But then they went into the whole stealth mode and that new thing where it's not new thing, the old thing they used to do, which
That
was
they
like
brought back.
being cloaked, but around
Yeah.
other
Being able
people
to hide.
and being to be and hide that way, where that was kind of missing. I also kind of felt like the free running took a huge step down compared to like the one that was the French one. What was that one? They had the best free running in the game. It was super glitchy, that game, but Unity I think it was called.
What?
Unity was the glitchy
Unity.
one.
Yeah, it was super glitchy, but the free running was amazing because it
It was
had a
pretty glitchy.
free running down buildings as opposed to up as well, I should say. And it was amazing.
So you
but-
could like quickly traverse down the
but
building.
I felt like they took a step back on in these two. So I mean, you're in England, you're not gonna have too much in terms of free running here, I
no,
guess. But
and that's the
Probably
thing.
not, no.
It's cool seeing these different locations and stuff too.
yeah,
But Is it progressing the story they want? Is it all unique stories individually?
Yeah.
Do they really tie together as much as they used to?
I mean, it seems like at the very least this is going to have some of that first Civilization stuff. At least with showing like, shit, what's it called? The Rocks in England. Everybody's like, what is this?
The Rocks.
The White Cliffs of Dover?
Nope.
Stonehenge.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The ancient Roman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe there's some first Civilization stuff with that. I'm not sure in terms of they're gonna have any kind of modern play character or not, but yeah. I mean, the idea of dual wielding any weapon is interesting, just for be able to
I do
play
like that.
around.
Like that
Yeah,
just gives
being
you
able to-
options, and no one has to play the same as anyone else. You know, like you can have any weapons you want. It's kind of like Dark Souls has a lot of options where you can like pick what weapon you want in what hand, and if you want a shield, or if
Yeah.
you want 2 weapons or whatever. But
How will they? I mean, well, having at least one shield way up your defense, but you don't have the DPS.
Yeah,
but
or
then you can
2
just have,
shields.
then you can have 2 shields and
Yeah.
wreck stuff like that. So
Yeah,
we'll
I
see.
mean, my only real concern is, like, it seems like they're checking off a lot of features, but I'd rather have one feature done well than it seems like they're trying to do an awful lot.
Sure.
Well,
And I felt that way about the last game that I played.
maybe, but some of the stuff they covered in this are things that have been and should be in Assassin's Creed games, like the stealth aspect of it.
Yeah.
That's something that should be there, and you don't have to like. It should be a mechanic they already have, and just make a little bit better. Combat was already there as well. I thought Assassin's Creed 2's combat was pretty fun. Whenever I played, that was one of the I haven't played a ton of the Assassin's Creed
Yeah.
games, but what I could do in that one, I had fun playing it, and there was a variety of weapons. I
Yeah.
could take the weapons from them and stuff, and it was cool.
Assassin's Creed 2 introduced the mechanic of building your city, and this has like building your settlement.
Yeah.
So that's back in there. That's cool.
So it might not be necessarily that they're like, oh, there's all these mechanics and it's too much, but hopefully it's all the stuff they had before, and they're just making each one better, and that's what makes their game play the way they want it to.
Hopefully, yeah. Because, I mean, even with 2, I thought they spread themselves too thin, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, I thought, the stealth and the combat, like, they were good, but they weren't, like, top tier, that I felt like they maybe could have been if they had focused solely on those. And the same with, like, the city management stuff. Like, it was fun, but, it was something that took away from what I wanted to do, which is be a cool assassin. And
For me, the peak of Assassin's Creed was like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Yeah.
Probably has all all the best stuff with that, I think. And I like Revelations as well.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the
absolutely.
Auditore trilogy is pretty good. But what Assassin's Creed did for me was have some of the best cinematic trailers in a time when they weren't doing a whole lot of that.
No.
Oh, they were so good.
Yeah.
I would spend a lot of times, like a lot of nights, just like, I'm just gonna watch the Assassin's Creed trailers, so damn cool. So I always like that, and they always had interesting like musical choices and stuff. But
Did you guys ever watch the movie? Like they made a live action
Yeah.
movie, right? I
Nope,
never saw it.
did.
I did. It was just kind of a. I mean, it's supposed to take place in the universe of the game, but it also like, well, a lot of people haven't played that game. They're gonna be watching this movie, so let's retread like literally
of story.
everything in the story, except it's another character and it's another assassin.
Yeah.
So
Weird.
it was all right, but it didn't live up to what I thought it could be.
Yeah. I felt like it was more just a retelling
Yeah.
rather than a great story.
I guess there's one more trailer
Oh,
for Watch Dogs Legion.
okay.
Okay.
Watch Dogs. This is all from the Ubisoft, you said?
Yep.
Transformers wasn't.
Well, yeah, Transformers
Gotcha.
wasn't, and I don't know that that the werewolf.
Yeah, let's check it out.
I don't think the werewolf one is Ubisoft. But
We're here. We're doing it. Let's do it.
all right, ready when you
I am not. I am.
All right, we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go.
I've never played a Watch Dogs.
The illegal paintings spreading subversive and hostile messaging over the last few weeks across London are not the work of several people as was originally believed, but the work of an individual.
Banksy.
The criminal suspected to have links with the terrorist group Delta is masked as dangerous.
Lost all those candy bars.
Jeez.
Authorities recommend not to approach the individual.
First, they came for the foreigners, and I did not speak out. because I was not a foreigner.
Man, this looks really good. Is this like live action mixed with game or?
They said it's not gameplay.
Okay.
Because I was not a protester.
I feel like some of this stuff is.
Jeez!
Oh. Fuck.
Then they came for the journalists. And I did not speak out. Because I was not a journalist.
This all seems very relevant.
Yeah.
And then they came for street artists. But I did not speak out. Because I am not a street artist.
Are we ever going to figure out what he is?
He's a terrorist.
Oh.
No, I don't know.
A cabbage salesman.
That's cool.
Looks at him, I'd say he's a psycho from Borderlands.
A little
Very,
bit, yeah.
Into the Spider-Verse with the, like, onomatopoeia stuff.
Dang. Oh, is he a cab driver?
And I realised that eventually they'd come for me. And there would be no one left to speak for me.
Nice.
Got friends in low places.
I got so mad.
Where are we off to?
You got money to pay?
After a long night, London is in chaos. The main arteries of the city are blocked.
Masquerade. Or Hotline Miami.
Yeah, a little bit. Hey.
Could have told me it was a bloody costume party. Try not.
A new key suspect has been identified as David Ford, a 43-year-old London taxi driver. He has no criminal record, but is currently believed to be a terrorist. People have been asked not to approach him. The authorities advise all residents.
All right.
Reclaim your future. Cool.
Yeah, as a cinematic, I mean, it looks good if it has anything to do with the way the game's gonna look, or play. I mean, very interesting art style.
Yeah.
Very distinct.
Very like scratchy street art kind of look to it.
Yeah.
Looks really cool.
It's a gameplay thing, but it's 8 minutes long.
We're at the end of our podcast time,
Yeah.
guys. We'll have to maybe check it out, but we still gotta go through all of our bits and donations, and if we had questions or whatever.
But no, as far as that trailer, I think it looks really good. I liked the way it was like shown too, like the way he's like, you know, they came for these, but I was not this. I came for this. Like eventually, he's like, I gotta draw a line. Like they keep coming for more and more and more and more. When do you stand up and stop that? You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Who's gonna stand up for me when they come and take me?
Everyone's gonna be gone. I looked around and everyone was gone when they came for me.
Yeah.
So it's a interesting. The trailer is really good. I think it's done well, and I'm interested in. I played the first Watch Dogs. I honestly forgot they made a second one, but I remember seeing some stuff. I think with Legion, wasn't it back in E3 last year? Of they were gonna do like making your own characters and stuff too, and like
oh yeah,
you can control a bunch of different characters, and there was a lot of different. So we might
like
want to check out
putting different like AI characters in different roles and stuff like that.
It's characters you play, and they all had different like stats and mechanics and stuff too. And so, gameplay maybe be something we check out later on too. But no, it looks very interesting. I think the trailer for this looks good, and if what I remember about the gameplay from before was right, I'm interested to see what they show us with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the next video. Nah. I keep thinking about the YouTube videos for it.
Yeah. When did that say it was coming out?
It didn't. I don't know.
Didn't?
I didn't see a date.
I didn't see a date either.
I never got to one. But yeah, looks interesting.
Yeah. I'd really like to check that one out. Seems cool.
Okay. Rob, resubscribe for 12 months. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Rob.
Hilding 100 bits. Weekly goddamn loving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hilding.
Thank you, Hilding.
Really Bad Gamer, subscribe for 14 months.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hopefully you get better.
Hackers!
Six Kittens HP, subscribe for 10 months.
Thank you.
Dickus Bickus, 18 months. Lots of love, stay safe. Hashtag free the normies. Hashtag don't fuck the normies. We didn't talk about that at all.
No, we didn't. I mean, and I just saw that, you know, for those that don't know, the Normies are another reaction channel similar to our own, and we have kind of a fake rivalry, but we're also really good friends. And they had some issues with YouTube the last month or so, where they were dealing with the copyright strike system, and they were able to get one of their strikes taken away so they could get their YouTube channel back and up and running and posting things. And then it happened again. So we did help. You know, they asked us to, you know, help them out on social media to get attention from YouTube to help deal with it. And I just saw here not too long ago that it looks like that has worked, and that
They got a
main
response back on
YouTube
Twitter from YouTube.
from Twitter said they're going to pass it on to the people that can help them out. So, you know, we've never ever been the type of people that are like, you know, you can only watch one reaction channel, or competition isn't great, because honestly, a good reaction audience is good for every reaction channel.
Yeah.
So we hope that they're able to sort out their issues and go over to Twitter and let them know that you're there to support them and to help out any kind of hashtag they need to do to be able to get the right information and the right stuff they need to in front of the right eyes. Because believe me, believe us, that's terribly hard to do with what we do here on YouTube. So anyway.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Go Free is resubscribed for 22 months.
Thank you, Go Free. Thank you.
Goric Loran
Garrick.
has resubscribed for 35 months.
Thank you, Garrick.
Thank you, Garrick.
Calder Robin, 13 months. Legasp.
Thank you, Calder.
Legas.
Agent J, 21 months.
Thank you, Jay.
Jay.
Thank you, Jay.
Moriarty, 6 months. Fomarak, 20 months.
Thank you.
Thank you, both of you guys.
Tor Shiz for 5 months. Eric looking fresh. Great cut.
Oh, thank you.
He doesn't like it.
Oh.
Retract your statement.
Thea Canadian, 5 months. Woot! I love this channel.
Thank you, Canadian.
Woo. Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
Dip, 50 bits. Eric, the house is cursed. Time to move.
No, I think I've
just-
removed all the curse.
That's just what that guy wants to think, so he can buy it from you.
Right.
Hugo Carpenter, 2 months.
Thank you,
Hugo.
Hugo.
Thank you.
Top Screen, 100 bits.
Thank you, Top Screen.
Crimson, 100 bits. Rick, I saw on Twitter you were watching the dub of One Piece, and you got to Sky Island arc. That's where I'm at, but I'm watching the sub. What do you think of the dub? I think the dub is amazing. It has Chris Sabat. And
Sabat.
that's all I need.
That's it, huh?
Yeah? Good to know, Rick.
But no, it's really good. Crimson Comet has resubscribed for 5 months.
Thank you, Crimson.
Comment.
Jock XD has resubscribed for 10 months.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Jock.
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 Zack Attack, 5 months. Are masks being required in Marietta? They are here in Cincinnati, but I know the governor hasn't made it mandatory statewide. Just want everyone to follow the rules for a bit because I'm tired of this mess. LOL. Anyway, hope you guys are well.
No, it's not mandatory in Marietta. It is mandatory in other places in other counties in Ohio. And Walmart and Sam's Club just passed a nationwide order that they won't let anybody in if they're not wearing a mask.
Yeah, so we've got like levels in Ohio of like the spread. And so level 1 is the lowest, level 4 is the highest. There's no county in level 4 yet, but there are some in level 3, and they have the mask restriction. We're currently in level 2 in the county.
Yes. And despite all that, if it's mandatory or not, please just wear a mask if you're going outside. We are literally in the middle of a pandemic, a worldwide pandemic. It's not too hard to just wear a fucking mask.
Yeah. Just get over yourself.
Yep.
Do it for other people.
Trump finally wore one. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did.
I was like, whoa, what's this?
Good for him.
I was like,
A little late.
All right. Darkwing resubscribed for 4 months.
Thank you, Darkwing.
thank you, Darkwing.
Alex the Great gifted a sub.
Hey, thank you,
you.
Alex. And congrats, whoever got that.
Osama bin Affleck resubscribed for 7 months.
It's a fantastic
Thank
name.
you, Affleck.
Thaddeus J. Spider. Nope, that's a redemption. I will skip
Oh,
over
dear.
this for now. Pasty Face resubscribed for 31 months.
Thank you, Pasty Face.
Thank you.
Crimson, 100 bits. I just want to say, Rick, I'm so happy you're enjoying Persona 5 Royale. It really is good. I need to finish it. I stopped to play Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition.
Thank you, Crimson.
Thank you. Jadula gifted 5 subs.
Oh, cool. Thank you, Jadula.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congrats to anyone who got a sub.
Yes.
Brandon gave 100 bits saying thank you for entertaining constantly. Even
You're
while we sleep.
You're welcome.
Always entertaining.
Our videos are on YouTube.
They also gifted a sub as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brandon.
Grease Gorilla resubscribed for 19 months.
Thank you, Grease Gorilla.
Swag resubscribed for 8 months saying, been rewatching some reactions and I'm planning on starting Vikings and Game of Thrones. Which one do you guys think I should watch first?
Between Vikings and Game of Thrones?
Our reactions to Vikings or Game of Thrones.
Oh, Game of Thrones.
Well, watch
those
Game
two,
of Thrones because you got
should,
a couple series you can go through with that.
I was going to say, of those two, you should watch Black Sails.
You should watch Black Sails. But Vikings, hold off on Vikings because
Yeah.
pretty soon we'll be finished with Vikings and you'll be able to watch our whole reaction.
Yes, indeed.
Indeed. Sagroth? Nope, that's another redemption. Damn it! Brewski, 12 months. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brewski.
Brewski.
Thank you.
Chewy Sato, subscribed for the first time.
Thank you, Chewy.
Thank you, Chewy Sato.
As did Silent Besh.
Silent.
Thank you, Silent.
Thank you.
In Rock, resubscribed for 7 months. Best channel on YouTube.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Enrock.
Dip, 50 bits. If I can't play as Bjorn, I don't want to play.
Here, here.
Just make the guy bald.
Bjorn Ironside. Yeah, but Bjorn isn't bald.
Was he?
No.
I am king. Sorry. Hit myself by
Wants to
thinking
be king.
The God, Julian, or Julian, subscribed for the first time.
Thank you, the god.
Thank you.
Dip resubscribed to Tier 2 for 30 months. 30 months! Thanks for all the awesome
Wow.
content, guys. Love you all.
Thank you
Dib.
so much.
Thank you.
A lot of months.
92 Chris has resubscribed for 11 months.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chris.
And finally, Felix Arrow NY has
Felix.
resubscribed for 9 months.
Blind White Baby Felix.
Thank you, Felix.
Yes, thank you.
You know, I guess we could have the gameplay video playing while we do redemptions. None of us can watch it.
Well, yeah, none of us would watch it, Rick.
That'd be hilarious.
How does that do anything?
Because we're punishing them.
Why punish?
All right, let's see. I've got
Remember this, guys. I said I didn't want to punish you.
Thaddeus J. Spider gave Calvin 10 sit-ups. Turn that squish into abs of steel 2020 gains. You also have squats, Calvin, from Baib. For Calvin, work them logs, boy.
Okay. So
Looking
10
out
squats,
for you.
10 sit-ups.
Indeed.
That all?
Aaron
I'm asking Rick,
10
not
sit-ups.
chat.
I see
not-
10 sit-ups for
has
me.
10 sit-ups.
I'm not daring you
From
guys to do
Baib,
more.
because I don't know, I'm tired.
Okay.
And he gave me push-ups. For Rick, fuck it, I'm late. Eric, you have 10 sit-ups and 10 push-ups.
Oh.
From Sagroth.
Okay. Are you gonna do this? I will do it. I'm going to do it. 10 push-ups and 10 sit-ups.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I did sit-ups yesterday.
While they're doing that, see if there's any questions in here. Eric, have you seen the new Black Series figures?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw them. They're fantastic. They look great. I can't wait to get them. I'm kind of surprised that there's a little bit of a price increase with them, but you know, it's going to happen whenever you have people wanting to get something like that new on the market. But we can't talk about them too much because they're from the end of the Clone Wars. I'm very excited for them, and I want more. Thank you.
Crimson, I watched Muppet Treasure Island for the first time with my friends. Have you seen it, and what's your favorite Muppets thing? I have. We've all seen it. It's absolutely incredible. It's...
Seen what?
Muppet Treasure Island.
I love Muppet Treasure Island.
Exactly.
Muppet Treasure Island is great.
Aaron loves Muppet Treasure Island. Calvin thinks it's great. I think my favorite, and it's more nostalgia than anything else, is Muppets Classic Theater, which most people haven't heard of. But Treasure Island is probably number 2. All right. Yeah. I'll do my push-ups. Vugo asks, who's your favorite master or servant in Fate Zero?
Ryder.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
Ryder. I don't know. I also really like Saber a lot.
Saber's good.
I like them all except for the
Lancer's
serial
good.
killer and Caster.
Yeah.
Hate them. Hate watching that.
Really,
Yeah.
really, really do.
Iskandar, King of Conquerors.
Pong said, what type of persona are you and why is Aaron the fool?
Requires no response.
Man, I don't know. Trying to think. There's a lot that goes into that question. Probably the Chariot? I don't know. All right, are we done?
I believe so.
Believe so.
We didn't really get into any questions this week, but maybe next week, guys. So make sure over the next week you guys build up your channel points. You guys can submit questions during podcast, and if we have time at the end of podcast, we'll get to those. So otherwise, tomorrow is going to be a group stream where we're streaming.
Yep.
Vermintide.
Sea of Thieves.
Oh.
I already said one.
All right.
Vermintide. Too late.
I thought we were gonna-
Vermintide 2. We'll do that again.
All right.
See if chat
We'll
can
finish
do
off the last
it.
of that story that we haven't done yet. We'll be pretty fun. We'll be versing the chat. You guys be able to help make decisions on how to help us, how to hinder us, and all that good stuff. So, I mean, otherwise, that should be it, right?
Yep.
I'll be back Monday with my Dark Souls streams. Make sure you guys join in for that.
Saturday, a stream you will never forget as I begin Deadly Premonition 2.
Ooh.
Which, if Deadly Premonition 1 is Twin Peaks the video game, this is True Detective the video game.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
All right, see you guys.
Bye, everybody. Have a good one.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.